You're watching MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Diz Reeves Field here at SAISD Sports Complex, where the Medina Valley Panthers are getting set to take on the Burbank Bulldogs in Game 2 of this best-of-3 series. Medina Valley took Game 1 last night by a score of 12-11, a wild game at Gerald Kemp Field, and the Panthers looking to sweep this series here this evening. If Burbank would win this game, the Panthers would play a Game 3 tomorrow. That game would be at noon, and they will flip after this game for where that game will be played. It'll either be here or at Medina Valley. That thing says at Medina Valley. Now, we were told earlier they'd flip. Now, they might have flipped already.
Yeah, who knows what's going on.
But we'll find that out as we go. We're only going to have a three-man umpiring crew here tonight. I understand one of the other ones had some health issues and won't be here. I think it's the same umpiring crew as last night, and if it is, they're going to be in for it here tonight.
It is, and that's a prelude to what we witnessed last night. If you want to talk a little bit about that, Jared, we had a wild game last night, absolutely.
Well, and so I'll say a couple of things about that is there was a lot of things that happened in that ball game. There were some calls that went against Burbank. We know that. A couple of plays at second base that probably should have been.
Happen.
Yep, that's baseball. They're judgment calls by umpires. They're not perfect. Baseball's been like that since the beginning of time, since they started in the 1800s. That's just the way it is. They're judgment calls. That's part of what's great about baseball is you can argue with umpires. The play at the plate that ended the game, we have the video. He was out.
He was out.
He was out
that
because,
was no doubter.
Yeah, and the throw took Whit Joyce off the plate. He had to jump up in the air, and it took him to the third base side of home plate. And when he came down, the runner tried to slide between his legs, and he got the tag down on top of him before his foot got to home plate.
And what people don't understand, people were expecting the force out at home because that's what they were doing.
That's what they were doing.
Tom fielded the ball. He was thrown to get the force out at home plate, and they were saying that Joyce did not have his foot on the plate. He tagged him before
he got to the plate, and that's all that matters.
Force out didn't come into play even.
Yeah.
So the tag was on his chest before his foot got to the plate, and we have that on video evidence, so that's a done deal. That game's behind us.
Well, and it's no different than the play that Santos Maldonado made for Burbank at first base earlier in the game where the throw pulled him off the bag, but he tagged the runner before he got to first, and he was out. It's the same exact scenario, and he was out. And it ended the game, and I understand the reaction from the fans because they felt like they had been kind of royally screwed over by the umpires earlier in the ball game, and that was the icing on the cake.
Absolutely.
But the right call was made at the end of the day. The game's in the past. They lost. It's 1-0 Medina Valley. They're still playing today.
That's right. Both teams need to forget about yesterday's game, and they need to concentrate on moving forward, which is today and tomorrow if necessary. So tomorrow's noon. We'll give you an update on where that's going to be. One location says it's going to be Medina Valley. The other says it's going to be a coin flip on where it's going to be. So,
but as the Medina Valley Broadcast Network, we're hoping that doesn't happen.
Yeah, we're hoping, absolutely hoping that doesn't happen. We're hoping Medina Valley can be victorious tonight. And what they need to do, Jared, they're going to have to start out with the foot on the gas pedal and just keep moving on. They cannot try playing catch-up and getting in these tennis matches like they've done the last few games.
No.
They absolutely need to get their foot on the gas, and it's going to start with pitching.
Yeah, and it's going to start with Jaden Krieger on the hill. Again with the Jordan. Jaden Krieger. I will get that right before the end of the season. It'll start with him on the hill, and he's going to have to settle things down. Jonathan Depew will be pitching for Burbank. A left-handed pitcher will go. Medina Valley, Krieger is their number 2 starter. He started all year long, mostly on the Friday night games, and pitched very well. When he's not sharp, he's not off that much.
Yeah.
He can still get you through some innings.
Yeah.
But when he's on, he's hard to hit.
And they're not losing much between the number 1 and number 2 for Medina Valley. So it's not going to be much different. Hopefully, though, they can find the strike zone. That was the issue last night that hurt us and got us behind the 8 ball early on, and not to mention the errors. They've got to clean up the errors.
Absolutely.
There was at least 5 errors. There was at least 5 errors last night. So that's something they have definitely got to clean up. The bats came alive towards the end, but they've got to continue. They've got to continue to be offensively strong and make it up on the defense.
Yeah, and we're going to go ahead and give you the starting lineup. So we'll start it off with the visiting Medina Valley Panthers, and they'll start it off with their catcher, Whit Joyce. Third baseman, Manny Ramirez, bats second. The shortstop, Aaron Tondry, bats third. The cleanup hitters, the second baseman, Wesley Stevens. Right fielder, Tanner Garst, will bat fifth. The pitcher, Jaden Krieger, will bat sixth. The seventh hitter tonight's the first baseman, Brady Prukup. The DH, J.J. Gonzalez, will bat eighth. And the nine-hitter, Gavin Rips, plays center field. And the left fielder is Gavin Kanak, being DH'd for. So again, for the Panthers, top three, Joyce catching, Ramirez third, Tondry short. Middle three, Stevens second, Garst right, Krieger pitching. And the bottom three, Prukup first, Gonzalez the DH, and Rips in center with Kanak in left field. For the home Burbank Bulldogs, down no games to one. They'll start it off with the second baseman, Chris Mendez. The pitcher, Jonathan Depew, will bat second. The three hitters, the center fielder, Jared Romero. Jeremiah Vallejo's the cleanup hitter. He plays shortstop. The catcher, Brandon Herrera, will bat fifth. The first baseman is the number 6 hitter, Santos Maldonado. Ivan Hernandez will play third base and bat seventh. The 8 hitters, the left fielder, Lorenzo Hernandez, and Nathaniel Boone will play right field and bat ninth. So again for the Bulldogs, Mendez second, Depew pitching, Romero center. Middle three, Vallejo short, Herrera catching, Maldonado at first, and the bottom three, Hernandez third, Lorenzo Hernandez in left, and Boone in right field. We're going to go ahead and take a break and for the national anthem, and we will come back with all the play-by-play in Game 2 of this series. You're listening to Panther Baseball, brought to you by Dotson House Moving, and we will continue in just a moment.
The biggest sale of the year is back at North Park Chevrolet. Got our lowest posted prices of the year and 1.9% financing on a 2021 Equinox posted at $22,999, a 2021 Bolt EV posted at $28,999, or a 2021 Silverado 4x4 Trail Boss posted at $47,999. Plus, get 1 year of unlimited car washes and 2 years of no-charge maintenance. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations. Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Welcome back here to Diz Reeves Field as Medina Valley getting ready to take on Burbank. Game 2 of this best-of-3 series. I'm Jared Lucky along here with Dwayne Garza. And right now for Burbank, Jonathan Depew warming it up to his battery mate Brandon Herrera. Right side of their infield, Santos Maldonado and Chris Mendez On the left side, Jeremiah Vallejo and Ivan Hernandez. Into their outfield, Jared Romero's in center, flanked in right by Nathaniel Boone, and in the left by Lorenzo Hernandez. The only change to either starting lineup is that Nathaniel Boone is batting tonight, not being DH'd for by Cameron Mendez, who was in the lineup last night for Burbank. That is the only change to either lineup. The Panthers with the exact same lineup as they had last night. Burbank with that other than the number 9 hitter. Depew, a left-handed pitcher. We're kind of at a weird angle up here in the press box. We're looking at it from an angle.
Yeah. The difference today is we are in a press box, which is walled and glassed in, so you won't have the background
noise
as we had
fodder
last night. Yes, but it won't be so as exciting as it was last night with all the background. So it'll be a lot quieter. You'll just hear me and Jared, but hopefully you can catch some of the video. We got a better angle than we did last night, so a little trade-off there.
We don't mind you hearing our fans. It's when you got the other fans right behind you yelling obscenities in your ear all night that's not fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Not that we can't handle it, but I know most of the listeners at home don't want to hear that kind of stuff. So,
Jared, some of the factors tonight were we started an hour earlier, and it's
hot.
probably 15 degrees warmer today than it was yesterday. When I was driving up here, my truck had an even 100 degrees.
Yeah, it still says it's 92 outside right now, and I can tell you what, it's probably cooler outside than it is in this press box because we don't have any air.
So we're getting ready to get started here. We look on the field. Medina Valley is going to be wearing their black tops with the white bottoms, and the Burbank Bulldogs will be all white. They're going to do the Stormtrooper look today, as Medina Valley did. The forces with Medina Valley yesterday as they won Game 1.
On May 4th. May the 4th.
The 4th with them, that he wanted to say.
And so Whit Joyce will stand in here to start the ball game. Whit in yesterday's ball game went 1 for 3 with a walk and a hit by pitch.
And this situation here in this field, this is the same field that Medina Valley lost 2 in a row last year when they took on Breckenridge. And they won the first game at home, and they played 2 games here in a row on a Saturday, lost them both, and dropped the series and were kicked out of the playoffs. So hopefully we can right the ship here in the playoffs and get this win and move on.
So Whit will stand in here. He doubled yesterday. Looking to get things started against the left-hander, and the first pitch is down low for a ball from Depew, and we're underway here in Game 2. Pretty good crowd on hand here, so there's a lower level at this stadium. The press box is in the center, and then you have an upper level on top of us, so we can't see what's up there. And that pitch misses low for a ball, and it's 2-0. Depew into the windup. The left-hander brings it, and there's a strike over the inside corner, and it's 2-1. Burbank with those hats with the orange bill, the white front, and the black back on them with the B on the front. They look just like the Baltimore Orioles.
Well, that's what we wore last year and the year before.
Yep.
And the previous 2-3 years, that's exactly the style Medina Valley had.
And that foul back to the screen makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes to Joyce.
Yeah, not to mention it was the same color.
It's 330 down the lines here on both sides. 370 into the power alleys in left and right center, and 400 to straightaway center field. Joyce waits on the 2-2. Pitch on the way is a breaking ball that misses inside, and the counts run full 3-2. So Joyce with a full count to start the ball game. Good at bat by him to get things started. Here's the pitch, and he swings and bounces 1 to third, and that's a foul ball just
foul.
Outside the bag at third, and we'll do it again at 3-2. Wind blowing in from right center here tonight, so you get one in the air to left field, it might help you a little bit, but if you hit one in the air out to right or right center, it is going to push it back and kill that ball. There's a swing and a miss by Joyce, and he struck out on a curveball, and there's one away. That's not something you see Whit do a whole lot. And that'll bring up Manny Ramirez. Ramirez in last night's ball game went 3 for 5. Had 3 singles in that game and drove in 2 runs. And the first pitch to Ramirez is high for a ball. It's 1-0. So a ball and no strikes here as the right-hand batter waits. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss at a fastball up around the chin, and it's 1-1 to Ramirez. Depew works quickly on the mound. You can see him right back on there, toes that rubber, works from the third base side. Pitch on the way is outside a ball, 2-1. Pitch on the way. Called strike over the outside corner, and it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes as Ramirez ready. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. There's that breaking ball finishing at that back foot. And back-to-back strikeouts to start the ball game, and there are 2 away. That'll bring up Aaron Tondry.
You know, Jared, that's a slow curveball.
Well,
They're way out in front of it.
Well, and I'll tell you what we've seen. We've seen it last year. We've seen it this year. Pitchers that look like Medina Valley should hammer them, they do not hit well. It's been a theme. And I think part of that is because they go up there swinging out of their shoes because they think they should hit him. As Tondry takes a strike. Instead of just letting the game come to them, put the ball in play. That pitch is in the dirt.
And that's that curveball that went into the dirt.
Good job by Tondry to lay off of that, and it's a ball and a strike. Depew into the windup. Here's his pitch. Swings and lines one towards second. He'll play it on a couple of hops, picks it up, throws, not in time. An infield single for Tondry.
That ball had a lot of English on it, too.
Yeah, well, you know, when he hit it, it looked like he hit it a little better than he did, and all of a sudden the backspin on it just killed it.
Yep.
And it took a hop and kind of short hopped the second baseman. He played it. We'll see what the official score hasn't put anything up there yet, but Tondry's aboard with 2 away.
And a decent-sized lead over at first base. I would assume that's going to give him a base hit on that.
Depew checks the runner. Pitch on the way to Stevens is at high a ball. 1-0. Still no official ruling on that. I would assume it should be an infield single. There's a throw over to first, not close. He telegraphed that move.
Yeah.
Very, very easy to pick that up if that's going to be his main move to first all night. 1-0 to Stevens. Swings and fouls it back out of play over to the right side, and it's a ball and a strike.
Stevens with a couple of great hits last night.
1-1 on the way. He swings and fouls it back into the screen. It's 1-2. Stevens in last night's ball game was 2 for 3 with a walk. An RBI double in there. And he's down in the count 1-2. Tondry at first. There are 2 away. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. Tondry with a good lead at first base. Here's the pitch, a curveball. Called him out. That pitch was down around his ankles.
Yeah, that was.
And they punch him out, so he strikes out the side. And the Panthers get no runs on what we're assuming is 1 hit. And they leave 1 on base. And so we're going to go to the bottom of the first inning. You're listening to Panther Baseball, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we'll continue in a moment.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. You can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Welcome back here to Disree's Diamond as Jaden Krieger warming things up for the Panthers to his battery mate Whit Joyce. Right side of the infield tonight, Brady Prukop and Wesley Stevens. On the left side, Aaron Tondry and Manny Ramirez. Into the Panther outfield, Gavin Rips is in center, flanked in right by Tanner Garst, and in left by Gavin Kanak. Krieger, a right-handed pitcher. He's been good this year. And we are about ready to get going here. I guess the official scorer's not putting anything on the scoreboard as far as hits and errors, so we're going to give him a hit, an infield single to Tondry.
Yeah, absolutely.
In that first inning, because that's what it should be. And for the Burbank Bulldogs, it'll be Chris Mendez, Jonathan Depew, and Jared Romero due up to start the ball game. Both teams put up 3 runs in the first inning last night. The Panthers with a goose egg in the top of the first here. We'll see if they can return the favor here. Krieger's had some tough luck on the hill, a couple of the games that he pitched in. I remember one of the games we did against McCullum, I believe, where Krieger allowed 3 runs in the first inning. None of them were earned because of errors behind him, and he didn't give up another run the rest of the ball game.
Well, that's what we talked about before the game, Jared. The error bug has really hurt the Panthers this year, and if they can clean that up, they can get back on the winning track and win some playoff games here.
As we mentioned last night, the winner of this series gets either Kerrville, Tivy, or Cedar Park, I believe.
Yep, they're doing that series right now.
And so Krieger ready to work to Mendez, and the first pitch on the way is a strike through there for an 0-1 count. Mendez in last night's ball game was 3 for 4 with an RBI and a walk. And the 0-1 on the way is a curveball bounced foul at the feet of the catcher, and it's quickly 0-2 to Mendez. Jonathan Depew waiting on deck to the left side here for the Bulldogs. And Krieger into the windup. His 0-2 on the way is a called strike 3 with a fastball right at the knees. And so caught looking to start the ball game, and there's one away.
Right on the outside corner, good-looking pitch by Krieger.
3 pitches and a strikeout. Can't get much better than that, and that'll bring up Depew. Depew, the only left-handed hitter in the lineup for Burbank. He went 2 for 3 last night with 2 walks and drove in a run, and he takes a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1.
And that's what we were missing last night, Jared, was the ability to throw strikes consistently.
And hit the corners, not just throw it over the center of the plate. 0-1 on the way. Bounced it up there, and it's 1-1.
Not a bad pitch. It was his breaking ball, but it broke through the strike zone and hit the dirt. Sharp break to it, just below the knees.
Here comes the 1-1. Strike through there with a fastball. 1-2 to Depew.
And then again, like last night, Jared, we didn't get up in the count. We were always trying to chase, get
always 2-0 or 3-0. Throwing 100 pitches through 3 innings for Medina Valley pitchers. There's a swing and a foul. Just got a piece of it to stay alive. And we'll do it again at 1-2.
Yeah, completely different start than last night.
Krieger into the windup, works from the first base side. Here's the pitch. Curveball hit on the ground to short. Tondry up with it. fires on to first for the out, and there's 2 away.
Nice play by Tondre. Made it look easy. Fielded the ball, creeping up. Strong throw to first base to get out number 2. Update for scores from last night. McCullum versus Brackenridge. Brackenridge took the first game 6-3 over our district champions, McCullum. Eagle Pass wins 7-4 over Alamo Heights.
This is Jared Romero, and he takes a ball low.
And again, our game last night, Medina Valley 12, Burbank 11, and MacArthur beat South San 14-4. So District 27 versus District 28, those are your scores. There's a
high drive to center field or left field. Left fielder back, and he doesn't make the play, and that wind was swirling out there. That's going to go as an E7 as he got his glove on it, and it went off the tip of his glove. That should be the third out of the inning, and instead you got a runner standing at second base after the error.
That's Gavin Kanak out there, but a tough play to make. The sun is directly in his eyes. He's got the sunglasses on out there. It looks like he lost it for a split second and just caught the edge of his glove and fell to the ground. However, that should probably go down as an error since it dropped out of his or hit his glove.
Yeah, I mean, if it's in his glove and out, it's an error. They put an error up on the board for him. I guess they're finally keeping track. That hit him. So Vallejo gets hit in the back with a curveball, and now all of a sudden things have gotten interesting here. When you should have had out of the inning, you get an error and a hit batsman, and now they're in business.
Yep. Kind of reminiscent of what happened last night in the first inning. Get an opportunity to get out of the inning, and you end up with guys on base.
And so this will be Brandon Herrera, the catcher. And the first pitch to Herrera is a strike called with a fastball, and it's 0-1 to Herrera. No balls and a strike. Krieger from the stretch checks on Romero at second. Kicks and delivers. Started after it, laid off a pitch down, and it's 1-1. So, yeah, I guess they can't decide what they want to give Tondre on that play still.
They're still thinking about it.
Yeah. It's got to be one or the other. We're giving him a hit.
Yeah, it's a base hit.
Pitch on the way is a swing and a bouncer to short. Tondre goes the short way to second for the out. 6-4 on the fielder's choice, and the side has been retired. They get no runs on no hits, an error, and a hit batsman, and they leave 2 on base. And so we'll go to the second inning. No score here at Des Reeves Diamond. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we'll continue in a moment.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable
Call State Farm
energy.
agent Hazel
We are proud
Russell
to
in
serve
Castroville
community
at
beyond the power lines.
830-931-3441.
You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
Welcome back here to Des Reeves Diamond. Depew warming things up here for Burbank as we go to the second inning. It'll be Tanner Garst, Jaden Krieger, and Brady Prukup. 5, 6, 7 hitters coming to the plate here And we're ready to get things going. So Garst will stand in. Garst last night went 0 for 2 with a walk and a sac fly. He actually drove in 3 runs in that ball game. And he swings and fouls one back, straight back here. And it's 0-1.
Garst being real aggressive, swinging on the first good pitch he sees. I like to see that.
0-1. Depew working, swings and bounces one. It hits Depew on the mound. The shortstop's got to charge hard. Romero grabs, throws on the run, in time to get him. Good play by Romero to charge that hard and fire it on to first.
It hit the pitcher, went off his foot, and shanked over towards the shortstop. Shortstop fielded it and made a good running throw to first base and got Garst just in time.
And that's actually Vallejo at shortstop, as Romero's in center field tonight. But Vallejo with a great play there at shortstop to come charging bare hand and throw him out. So there's one away. And there's a swing and a shot foul up the third base line by Jaden Krieger.
He turned on that ball and is just foul in left field by maybe 2 feet at the most.
Krieger last night went 1 for 3, drove in a couple of runs, and he walked. He's got nobody on and 1 out here in the second inning, and he went around on that.
That's that real slow curveball that gets you out on your front foot.
Well, yeah, he had him way out in front of it.
He takes a lot off that pitch when he throws that breaking pitch.
Ready for the 0-2. Here it comes. Throws the curveball, and he froze him. Struck him out.
I think that's a knuckleball.
No, that's a curveball.
He may have a variety of pitches over there.
He's throwing a curve. You can see the way he's releasing it like a curveball. He's spinning his wrist. And there's 2 down. He throws that fastball in the dirt to Prukop, and it's 0-1. Prukop 0 for 3 last night with a walk. He swings and bounces one up the middle. The second baseman fields it going toward the bag at second, sets up and throws. Good stretch by Maldonado at first, and the side's been retired. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Depew and the Bulldogs, and the Panthers go in order. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. No score here. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we will continue in a moment.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
The biggest sale of the year is back at North Park Chevrolet. Got our lowest posted prices of the year and 1.9% financing on a 2021 Equinox posted at $22,999, a 2021 Bolt EV posted at $28,999, or a 2021 Silverado 4x4 Trail Boss posted at $47,999. Plus, get 1 year of unlimited car washes and 2 years of no-charge maintenance. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back here to Diz Reeves Diamond as we go to the bottom of the second. Still no score here in Game 2 as Krieger ready to work. He'll face Maldonado, Hernandez, and Hernandez. Both Hernandez's due up here. 6, 7, and 8 hitters coming to the plate.
Yeah, different from last night, Jared. We had 6 runs already, scored 3 apiece in the first inning last night.
or not even 30 minutes in the ball game. We played an inning and a half last night. It took us 35 minutes to play the first inning. And the first pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes here early. And the pitch to Maldonado on the way is swung on and dribbled up the first base line. Prukop will field it. He'll step on the bag himself, and there's 1 away. Nice job there by Krieger. He got in on the hands, and he hit that off the handle and just dribbled it up the first base line.
And that's exactly what it was. It just dribbled over there and made an easy play to get the first out.
1 away, and it will bring up Ivan Hernandez. Hernandez in last night's ball game went 1 for 3 with 2 walks. He'll bat here with nobody on and 1 down in the bottom of the second. Pitch on the way. Strike called with a fastball. 0-1. Both pitchers very sharp to start the ball game. Something we did not see last night. 1-0 on the way. Swings and bounces 1 foul up the first base line, and it's 0-2.
It'd be nice to see Krieger, go at least halfway through the game. Just for looking forward in case there's tomorrow.
Ready for the 1-1. Pitch on the way. Down in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I think the magic number is 110 pitches is the most you can do in a series when you get here.
Yep. Which is, that's a game, too. It's 110 in a game, so 1-2 on the way. Ooh, just missed outside. 2-2. I think Krieger thought he had a strikeout. Waiting on the 2-2. Krieger ready into the windup. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a pitch up in his eyes. Struck him out, and there's 2 down.
Couldn't lay off the high heater. Good-looking pitch by Krieger. Got him to chase.
Second strikeout of the ball game for Jaden, and it'll bring up Lorenzo Hernandez. Nobody on, 2 away. Hernandez digs back in. Ready to go as Krieger into the windup. His first offering to Hernandez is bounced up there through about a 56-foot breaking ball, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, that was a curveball. He just didn't get it started high enough.
1-0 on the way. Strike through there with a fastball, 1-1. Burbank not being aggressive early in the count against Krieger. He's been throwing some of those fastballs through there for strikes, and they've been letting them go. 1-1. Strike called with a fastball again.
On the outside corner, good-looking pitch there, staying away from the middle of the plate.
And he's got some velocity tonight. He's throwing good.
He looks real good.
Ready for the 1-2. Into the windup. Here it comes. Swings and chops one to the mound. He'll grab it, Krieger, and he'll tag out the runner on the way by. And the side's been retired. A 1-2-3 inning. 2 innings in the books here. No score yet in the ball game. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we will continue in just a moment.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Go ahead.
We're back here at SAISD Sports Complex as Depew has warmed it up and J.J. Gonzalez is getting ready to step in here to start the inning. It'll be Gonzalez, Rips, and then up top with Joyce, 8, 9, and 1 hitters to the plate. Last night, Gonzalez went 1 for 2. Tripled and was hit by a pitch twice. Also drove in a run. He'll lead off here in the top of the third inning. No score yet in the ball game. And the first pitch of the inning is a breaking ball that misses low, 1-0.
See how aggressive they get here, swinging the bat. Would love to get a run across the board here.
1 ball, no strikes. Wind still blowing in from right center. There's a strike called on the inside corner, 1-1. One on the way. Swings and lines one into right center field. Second baseman dives. Did he come up with it?
Yeah,
he did.
That's a great play.
What a play in the outfield grass by the second baseman as he stretched out and dove for that ball and came up with it, diving toward the bag at second base.
Outstanding play by the second baseman for the Bulldogs.
Chris Mendez with a great play, and there's one away. And this will be Gavin Rips. Rips last night went 0 for 4. And he takes a ball low, 1-0. He squared the bunt and had pulled it back.
Yeah, he dragged bunts quite a bit, and he was looking for a good pitch there to lay one down, but he pulled back on the ball.
Well, he's got a lot of speed, so him laying down a bunt's not out of the question. He swings and grounds that one foul up the third base line, and he's quickly in a hole, 0-2.
Yeah, and he was way out in front of that, so he needs to keep his eye out for an off-speed pitch here.
So 0-2 to Rips. Whit Joyce on deck. Nobody on, 1 out. Takes high for a ball, 1-2. Depew into the windup. Here it comes, and that's swung on, hit in the air to left field. Left fielder backs up about 5 steps. Now he comes over to his right, makes the catch, and there's 2 away.
Rips put a charge in that ball, got it to deep left field, but he unfortunately hit it right to the left fielder who was backpedaling to catch that ball before the warning track.
That'll bring up Whit Joyce. Whit struck out swinging his first time in. He's got nobody on and 2 outs. And he bounces a fastball up there, and it's 1-0. Joyce took him to a full count earlier in that first at-bat. Saw 7 pitches in that at-bat, but he did strike out on a breaking ball, and that pitch is low. 2-0 to Joyce.
Good opportunity for Joyce to find something he can hit right here with the hitters count at 2-0.
Two O's hit in the air to left field. Left fielder coming over to his right, reaches up to make the catch on the run, and the side's been retired. No runs, no hits, nobody left on as the Panthers go in order. And no score here as we go to the bottom of the third. You're listening to Panther Baseball, brought to you by Dotson Home Moving, and we will continue in a moment.
Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Welcome back here to SAISD Sports Complex as Krieger, warming things up here for the bottom of the third inning. It'll be Nathaniel Boone, Chris Mendez, Jonathan Depew due up, so the 9-1 two-hitters coming to the plate. And both of these starting pitchers have been good so far in this ballgame, Dwayne. They're both sharp. They're both throwing strikes, more than one pitch for strikes, and they've got these hitters off balance.
Yeah, completely different than we saw last night. And like you say, they're getting the hitters off balance. You don't see near or no runs coming across the board here. As last night we had a couple of handfuls at this point.
Yep. Well, and at this point in the game last night, we were an inning into it. Here you are in the middle of the third.
Absolutely, Jared.
Going to the bottom of the third. And the Panthers did get a couple of better swings on Depew in that last inning, but nothing to show for it there. And we'll see second time through the order how these pitchers adjust.
Exactly. I was going to bring that point up. When they get through the order again, things may change.
Boone, a left-hand hitter, second left-hand hitter in the lineup, and he takes low for a ball. Boone did not play in last night's ballgame. Well, he did play. He played in right field. He did not bat in last night's ballgame, and he takes low, and it's 2-0. On the way is high, I guess.
Wow.
3-0. That was a good pitch. Didn't get a call.
Didn't miss by much.
Yep, 3 balls, no strikes here. First time he's really been behind in the count in this ball game. And the 3-0 on the way, and a strike called outside corner.
Good comeback pitch by Krieger there.
(3-1) on the way. Strike called at the knees with a fastball.
Perfect location, right at the knees. Had him just watching that ball, expecting to draw a walk.
And so now a payoff pitch upcoming. Krieger trying to battle back here to get him. 3-2 on the way. Swings and chops one foul up the third base line, and will do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So another payoff pitch coming up here as Boone leads off the inning. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3 over the outside corner. He froze him with a fastball.
Beautiful pitch.
Third strikeout of the ball game for Krieger. That's the second one looking, and there's one away. And, you got to be looking fastball in the 3-2 count and adjust to a breaking ball, and he just froze him.
He froze him. Is exactly what he did. He watched it go by, and it was right down the middle.
He was waiting for the curveball. Didn't get it. This is Mendez, who struck out looking his only time in. He bounces one to second. Second baseman up with it. Throws to first. Stevens for the out. And there's 2 away. Good play by Stevens at second base, getting it on to Prukop. And there's quickly 2 away here in the bottom of the third.
Moving to his left, goes down, sliding to field that ball. Comes up with it. Nice crisp throw to first base to get the out for out number 2.
That'll bring up Jonathan Depew. He grounded out to the shortstop his only time in. Nobody on with 2 away. And Krieger's first pitch is a strike called at the knees with the fastball, and it's 0-1.
Very consistent, very sharp so far, Krieger is.
Yep. And the umpires have had a consistent strike zone so far on both sides. 0-1 on the way. Curveball, high, ball 1.
Just need to get on top of that a little bit better. And it'll drop in there for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike. Krieger kicks and brings it, and it's bounced foul back to the base of the screen by Depew, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
They're going to make a mound visit. I think Joyce maybe caught it off his foot or something.
Yeah, the umpire walked the ball out there to Krieger, kind of gave Witt a little bit of time to kind of shake that off.
Just so y'all know, I'm running the computer today, so if there's any mistakes, yell at Jeff, not me. I'm a newbie at this, and apologize to Jared for not helping him as much on the color part tonight, but I'm trying to take the burden off him a little bit and try to run this computer because he was doing it all.
1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Smoked it by him, and Depew strikes out. That's 4 strikeouts for Krieger in the ballgame to go with 5 ground ball outs. 36 pitches through 3 innings, and no score through 3 as they go in order. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. We'll go to the 4th inning here at Diz Reeves Diamond. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we will continue in a moment.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more.
Welcome back here. Sorry about that, cutting the commercial off there. We'll make sure Medina Electric gets it on the next one. Not a big deal there.
Somebody's working the computer. I don't know what he's doing.
Jeff. It's Phantom Jeff.
Yeah. But a good-looking game. We were just talking during the break, Jared, that the completely different game from last night. Pitcher's doing a great job on the mound.
Well, and when you look at it here, Depew's thrown 39 pitches through 3 innings of work. Krieger's thrown 36 pitches through 3 innings of work. It does not get much better than that. The official scorer still hasn't put a hit on the board for Tondre nor an error. Both of them show goose eggs all across there, but they did put an error on the board for the left fielder for Medina Valley making that play in the first inning. So we know there's a scorer in there doing something, but that could mean something later in the ball game. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So this is going to be Ramirez, Tondre, and Stevens due up here. Ramirez 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He'll face Depew here, who's been good. Second time through the order. We'll see how the Panthers adjust, and there's a swing and a bouncer to short. Vallejo up with it. Throws on to first for the out. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, easy play for the shortstop. Come up with that ball and throw it across the diamond to get the out. Lazy ground ball right to him.
Aaron Tondre will step in. 1 for 1 with a single.
Yeah, and that single was just a little spinner that made it to the second base and just took a while to get there.
Yeah. And the first pitch to Tondre is low with a breaking ball, and it's 1-0. There's a swing and a line drive into right center field. No doubt about that base hit as it gets down into the gap. The center fielder, Romero, will play it back in, and Tondre on with a 1-out single.
Just muscle that ball out over the second baseman's head into the gap between right and center. Good job at the play for Tondre.
So that'll bring up Wesley Stevens, who's 0 for 1. Stevens struck out looking his only time in. He'll bat here with a runner at first base and 1 away. Only the second time Depew's had to work from the stretch this evening.
And it was with Tondre on base.
Pitch on the way, bunts it up the third base line. It's a good one. Hernandez throws on to first in time for the out, so the sacrifice is good on the bang-bang play. It goes 5-3 for the putout. Tondre down to second base, and it'll give Garst a chance to try to untie this ball game.
Good-looking drag bunt there. He put it right down the line. However, he bunted it maybe just a tad bit too hard, which gave the third baseman time to field it and get it over to first base to get the out. Got to him just a little bit too quick.
So Garst stands in. He grounded out to the shortstop his only time in. Tondre at second base with 2 away. The first time the Panthers have had a runner in scoring position this evening. And the first pitch on the way is swung on and missed. A curveball that broke down in the dirt, and Garst chased it 0-1.
Panthers with a runner in scoring position. Would love to get that run across in this inning.
0-1 on the way. Down and in. Good job that time to lay off. He tried that same pitch Garst chased on the opening pitch, and he watched it.
That's a funky pitch right there.
One ball, one strike. Garst waiting. Depew set at the belt. Kicks and brings it. There's a swing and a bouncer foul up the third base line, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Garst came through, I believe, with a couple of clutch hits last night. They had some RBIs that helped the Panthers score some runs. Hopefully he can do it here.
He drove in 3 last night, had a sacrifice fly, a fielder's choice, and a walk. Also reached on an error last night. 1-2 on the way. Watches the breaking ball in the dirt. Good job by Herrera behind the plate to smother it, and it's 2-2.
Now, Herrera did a good job behind the plate for the Bulldogs last night. Smothered a bunch of balls that would have made it to the backstop.
Yep, he sure did. Depew ready. Checks on Tondre. 2-2 on the way. Called strike 3 over the outside corner. I think Garst knew it. He got a fastball that time. He was looking for a breaking ball. And that is the 5th strikeout for Depew, and that is the 3rd one looking. But the Panthers get no runs on 1 hit, and they leave 1 on base. So we'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Still no score here. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we'll continue in a moment.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
Back here at SAISD Sports Complex as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Krieger warming it up here. He's going to face the 3-4-5 hitters. It'll be Romero, Vallejo, and Herrera due up. Second time through the order here for Krieger. We'll see how he handles that.
Actually, I think he actually got stronger as he's been going along.
Yeah.
Halfway through the game we're coming up on now, and he's actually looking pretty darn good.
Yeah, he's settled in nicely. The bad thing for him is that Depew on the other side has settled in nicely too. The Panthers with a couple of knocks off of him, but nothing to show for him.
No.
But Krieger, all you got to do is keep going out there and getting outs and hope your team gets you a run. That's all you can do.
They didn't give credit to Tondre for that second base hit he got.
Well, no, so they're obviously just not running that right. And there's a pitch in the dirt, ball one. They've been all messed up. Their balls and strike count up there's been off all night, too.
That, yeah. Kind of like the guy we have in here running the computer.
Phantom Jeff. There's a pitch in the dirt, 2-0.
2 pitches, 2 balls in the dirt. We hexed him.
Well, he started out the last inning 3-0 before he came back to get Boone. 2-0 on the way. Just missed inside, 3-0.
Wow. Not a bad pitch. Good location.
So 3-0 here to Romero. He reached on the E7 his only time in. And he takes a strike with a fastball, and it's 3-1. Wind still blowing in from right center field. 3-1 on the way. Swings and pops one up, foul territory. That's going to get out of play down the right field line, and it's 3 balls, 2 strikes.
You know, there's only one left-handed batter between the two teams. So
two. Two now, Depew and Boone.
Well, it doesn't affect Medina Valley on the offensive side. It was I was getting at, which is nice.
Yes. Payoff, swinging, lines one into right field. He was late on the fastball, but he's going to get a base hit out of it as Romero sticks that bat out and gets a leadoff single. So that's their first hit of the ball game. And they have a runner aboard with nobody out.
Yeah, he was a little late on that swing, but barreled it up, put it right over the first baseman, and trickled out in the right field.
That'll bring up Jeremiah Vallejo. Hit by a pitch his only time in. And Whit Joyce is going to go out and talk to Krieger here. Krieger hasn't had to work from the stretch very much.
No.
Had to in that first inning, but since then he's been from the windup the entire time. And, you know, it might not sound like a big deal, but it does make a difference when you're on the mound.
Yeah, sure. And I think Joyce may be talking a little bit now that they have a runner on with nobody out. They can anticipate a bunt or a hit and run here.
Yeah, because the way this ball game's going, one run might do it.
No, it's definitely going to be a small ball game.
But do you bunt with your cleanup hitter? Throw over as
he didn't show it there.
Romero dives back in safely.
Good job by Krieger to hold him on the base and see if he was going to score around early also at the plate.
Vallejo with an open stance. Points that left foot down towards the third baseman. Pitch on the way, squares to bunt, and he does bunt it. Krieger will field it, throws to first for the out, so the sacrifice is good. Romero down to second. It goes 1-3 for the putout, and there's a runner at second with one out.
Now Bulldogs have a runner in scoring position.
That'll bring up Brandon Herrera. He bounced into a fielder's choice his only time in. Runner at second base with one out. He left a couple of runners stranded back in the first inning. He swings and lines one at second, makes the catch, dives to the bag. He's safe.
He is safe.
Tried for the double play. Great job by Stevens out there at second base, who made a great play on that looping liner and then dove for the bag with his glove to try to double off Romero, but he just did beat Stevens to the bag.
That would have been an awesome play. We would have doubled up, but great athletic play by Stevens and the presence of mind to try to reach over to second base to try to get the double play.
That's the first fly ball out for them in the ball game. Krieger's done a good job of keeping the ball on the ground or striking out batters. This will be Santos Maldonado. He grounded out to first his only time in. He's got a runner at second base with two away. Krieger from the stretch checks the runner. Kicks and delivers a strike through there with a slider, and it's 0-1. Pitch had a little bit of a wrinkle to it.
It did. Good off-speed pitch. Froze the batter.
Oh, 1 on the way. Fastball just missed outside. 1-1. I think Krieger wanted a call right there. That was a borderline pitch.
It was borderline.
1 ball and a strike. The right-handed batter waits. Krieger trying to work around a leadoff single as he spins and looks the runner back to the bag at second.
Shadows starting to grow here on the field now, Jared. They're at pitcher's mound now.
Ready for the 1-1. Kicks and delivers. Swings and bounces one to short. Tondre fields it by the bag at second. Throws to first for the out. And the side has been retired. Krieger works around a leadoff single as they get no runs on a hit. And they leave one on base. And we will go to the 5th inning. No score here in the ball game. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we will continue in a moment.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
The biggest sale of the year is back at North Park Chevrolet. Got our lowest posted prices of the year and 1.9% financing on a 2021 Equinox posted at $22,999, a 2021 Bolt EV posted at $28,999, or a 2021 Silverado 4x4 Trail Boss posted at $47,999. Plus, get 1 year of unlimited car washes and 2 years of no-charge maintenance. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Back here at SAISD Sports Complex as we go to the 5th inning. No score here in the ball game. This is game 2 of a best-of-3 set. Medina Valley with a 1-0 lead over Burbank. They won 12-11 in a wild game at Panther Stadium last night that lasted 3 hours and 20 minutes. Here we're 55 minutes into this ball game, and we're in the 5th inning.
Completely different night. Even the weather's different. We were worried about rain last night. We did get rained on a little bit.
Here's Krieger to start off the inning, and he takes a strike with a fastball at the knees, and it's 0-1. Krieger struck out looking his only time in. He's got a chance here to help his own cause. Stands as far on top of the plate as you can from that right-hand batter's box, and he swings and misses at that breaking ball in the dirt. Waiting on the 0-2. Into the windup, here it comes. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Krieger down on 3 pitches. 6 strikeout of the ball game for Depew, and there's 1 away. That'll bring up Brady Prukop. Prukop went 0 for 1. He grounded out to the second baseman his only time in.
So we're going to get a pinch hitter.
Yep, and this is going to be Connor Dillard, I believe.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, so Connor Dillard's going to hit here for Prukop. Dillard, a right-hand hitter. Didn't come into last night's game, and he takes inside a ball.
Good move, I think, by Coach Herbert. Try to change the lineup just a little bit to try to get something going here.
Yeah. And Dillard with some power. He takes down low, 2-0. On the way. Dillard swings and lines one. Back to second baseman, makes a sliding stop. Throws to first, not in time, but he tagged him on the way by.
No, they're going to question
it. They're going to question it. Did he drop the ball?
It came out of his glove on the swipe tag.
Yeah, it did. The ball came out of the glove on the swipe tag, and so the umpires are going to talk it over. So the throw pulled him off the bag. He swiped the glove to Dillard on the way by and tagged him, but then the ball came out of the glove, so they're saying, did it come out long after he tagged him, or did it come out as he tagged him?
In my opinion,
they're safe. They're saying he's safe, and that's going to go as an E4. An errant throw on the second baseman. And it was weird because the second baseman made a great sliding play toward the bag at second.
Made a great play.
But when he came up to throw it, he kind of short arm and lobbed it over to first base. Like it was an odd throw. I don't know if he just didn't grip it right or what. But the Burbank coach is going to come out here and talk to the umpires, and I'm sure the crowd's giving him a hard time.
Yeah,
we can't hear him, but I'm sure they are.
And that's a judgment call because he could have said also that he had the tag long enough on him because he swiped him, hit him in the back, and kept spinning with the ball, and it flew out of his glove.
And that's the thing is, when did the ball start to come out of his glove? And from our angle, we can't see that. The umpire actually had a better view of that.
And the good thing about the umpires, all three of them got together and they discussed it, and that's the call they came up with.
So that's the first error of the ball game on Burbank, and an E4 allows the Dillard to reach. And it'll bring up J.J. Gonzalez.
They get an error, you need to make them pay now.
Gonzalez lined out to second his only time up. And he takes a strike with a curveball, and it's 0-1.
You know, and Dillard, he barreled the ball up. The second baseman made a good play on it, just didn't finish the throw. He just needs to be real careful out there with that big lead that he's taking right now with a left-handed pitcher.
When you'd like to take advantage of that error, Gonzalez swings and pops one up first base side, and the first baseman makes the play for the out, and there's 2 down as Dillard's still at first base. So a pop out to the first baseman by Gonzalez, and it'll bring up Gavin Rips. Rips 0 for 1. He flew out to the left fielder his only time in.
They weren't happy about that either, the way Gonzalez ran into that first baseman, but he was in the base path.
Well, he was in the base path, and Gonzalez has every right to run to first base. Squares to bunt, takes it. Dillard gets back. They threw behind him, and he just did get back in there safely. 1-0 to Rips. That pitch was up and out of there. Depew comes set. 1-0 on the way. That's down and in, and Rips has a 2-ball, no-strike count. We're in the top of the 5th inning here. No score yet in the ball game.
Yep. Rips not shy to try to bunt that ball every time he comes up to bat. He's ready to get in there on the first pitch.
Depew ready. Pitch on the way. Called strike on the outside corner, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike now to Rips. Pitch on the way, and there's a swing and a high fly ball to left field. Left fielder going back, looking up, and that is a foul ball.
Wow.
That was home run distance, but it was foul.
Absolutely. Rips got a charge on that ball as he did earlier. This time
that's the wind.
It traveled even further. It just pushed it foul.
That is the wind pushing that foul down there. He got out in front of that one, just hooked it foul, and that wind did not help.
That would have been huge.
Rips not a big guy, but
no, he's not.
Some pop in that bat. Here's the 2-2. Bounces one in front of the plate. They're going to say it's foul, and we'll do it again at 2-2.
Good job to hang in there with the off-speed pitch there. Get a piece of it to stay alive.
Rips waves that bat around. He's ready. Here comes the 2-2. Swings and bounces one foul up to the Burbank dugout, and we'll do it again at 2-2. A good at bat here by Gavin to see some pitches.
Absolutely, and taking care of business with the off-speed pitch there, fouling him off.
Well, the thing about Gavin, if you think about it, he was the leadoff hitter for most of the year. And then the offense kind of went stagnant. They moved him to the 9 spot to try to get him on base ahead of Whit Joyce, who moved up to the leadoff role. There's a swing and a just did get a piece. I thought he missed it, and he just did foul that off to stay alive.
And that's that little fork ball or whatever, knuckleball, whatever he's throwing, Jared. Then it died and just fell off the table there right in front of the plate. Got a piece of it.
Depew set again. Dillard at first, the 2-2. Fouls it back, the fastball out of play.
Definitely mixing it up on Rips, and Rips staying huge at the plate right now, staying alive. He's a BG right now.
Well, the more pitches he sees, he definitely gets an advantage. Here's the 2-2. That's upstairs, 3 balls, 2 strikes, so he's worked the count full.
Good take.
So Dillard at first can get a head start with 2 away and a payoff pitch upcoming to Rips.
And you haven't seen many full counts so far tonight. A lot of pitches being thrown right now.
Depew ready. The payoff on the way. Bounces it foul to the screen, and we'll do it again at 3-2.
Rips being tough at the plate.
Yeah, this is going to be about the 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up here.
Making the pitcher throw a lot of pitches.
Waiting again. Depew ready. 3-2 on the way. Walked him. Bounced it up there, and Rips with a great at-bat and earns a walk out of it. And
absolutely,
he
Jerry.
earned that walk.
Darn right he did. A great bat by Rips.
First free pass issued in the ball game by Depew, and that'll bring up Whit Joyce.
And this is who you want up the bat. You have 2 outs. You have 2 runners on. If you want to ask for one of your batters to come up, this is the man.
And you're going to get a mound visit here to talk to Depew. Panthers with runners at first and second here, and the Panthers have one of their best hitters on the team up at the plate here in Whit Joyce, and so they want to talk things over.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to get a pitching change, but I think they are going to talk things over.
But, you know, you got to think about it, too. It doesn't feel like we're that far in the ballgame, but we're in the 5th inning.
We are, absolutely.
And this might be the ball. This could be a ball game changer right here. You know, you got Whit Joyce to the plate here in the 5th. You got the go-ahead run at second base with 2 away. A base hit could get you a run, and they want to talk this over and make sure that they're ready for Joyce. This isn't just a second inning at bat here, you know.
They probably know a little bit about Joyce. They'll probably tell him, you know, if we have a base open, you don't have to throw anything right over the plate to this guy. A walk's not going to kill us.
Right, and not to take anything away from Manny Ramirez, but if you're Burbank, would you rather face Joyce or Ramirez? That's what that's their thought process.
Well, Ramirez needs to be thinking, go ahead and walk him. Let me come up with the bat. I'll show you why you did that.
Well, and he had 3 hits in last night's ball game.
Yep.
So Joyce to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He struck out and flown out to left. First pitch on the way, and Joyce swings and rips one through the left side, a base hit. They're going to wave Dillard home. Left fielder up with it. Here comes the throw. It's not going to be in time. Cut off, throw to second. He's out, but the run scores, and it's 1-0. The run scored before Rips was caught out at second base.
That is correct, and the
umpire made sure to signal it. It is 1-0 as the Panthers take the lead. Rips was caught off second. The cutoff man threw behind him, so it actually goes 7-6-2 for the putout. But the Panthers do get the run on the RBI single by Whit Joyce, and they take the lead 1-0, and we'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. 1-0 Medina Valley. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we will continue in a moment.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts.
Yeah,
Peerless Equipment
but you can't get caught off second like that.
This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Welcome back here to Diz Reeves Diamond, 1-0 Medina Valley leading as Whit Joyce came through with the RBI single. Crazy play that time. This series has been chock full of them as the cutoff man cut that ball off. Dillard scored, and they threw out Rips at second base, but Dillard scored before the runner was out, which is why the run counted. The only time that doesn't apply is on a force out at first base. And the first pitch by Krieger's in the dirt for a ball, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, and what we were saying at the break that you probably heard us, we got probably a little bit too aggressive at second base when Gavin Ripps took a turn and got thrown out at second. But you got to admire the aggressiveness.
There's a strike called to Ivan Hernandez, and Hernandez with a 1-1 count now. Hernandez struck out his only time in. He's 0 for 1. Krieger trying to get a shutdown inning here after his team put up a run. There's a strike called at the knees, and it's 1-2. And when you say scratched across a run, Dwayne, they scratched across a run.
Absolutely, they earned that one. That was a tough going, especially with that at-bat by Ripps.
Yeah, huge at-bat by Gavin Ripps to earn that walk and get Joyce to the plate. And there's a pitch in the dirt, 2-2. Wouldn't chase the breaking ball. And give Connor Dillard credit because he came in as a pinch hitter, put the ball in play, forced the error on the second baseman, and the Panthers took advantage of it.
Yeah, that got overshadowed by the base hit by Joyce, but a great job by Dillard.
2-2. In the dirt, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Waiting on the payoff. Right-hander waits. Here's the pitch from Krieger. Swings and bounces it foul. Just did get a piece of it to stay alive, and we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
That almost looked obstruction there if he would have stayed fair.
Well, I think what the umpire was waiting for was to see if he moved out of the batter's box and the ball hit him in fair territory, be called out. 3-2. Called strike 3 over the outside corners. He froze Hernandez.
Excellent pitch by Krieger. Just on the corner with a fastball. Was not expecting that. Caught him looking. He's frozen a few of these Bulldogs tonight.
Yeah, that's the 5th strikeout by Krieger in the ballgame. 3rd one looking. And there's one away, and it'll bring up Lorenzo Hernandez, who grounded out to the pitcher. His only time in, he's 0 for 1. And he swings and bounces one to third, but foul, and it's 0-1.
Krieger continuing to throw strikes.
No balls and a strike here to Lorenzo Hernandez, and the first pitch, or the pitch on the way, is a breaking ball that misses.
Yeah, it just stayed high.
So 1-0 to Hernandez, or 1-1 to Hernandez. And Krieger kicks and brings it. Swing and a miss. He chased that pitch up in his eyes with the fastball, and it's 1-2. And Dwayne, if I'm Krieger, I'm climbing the ladder with him and try to get him to chase another one of those.
Now you're going to grunt on this pitch, and you're going to throw a fastball high at the eyes.
Ready for the 1-2. Krieger into the windup. Here it comes. Low, a ball, 2-2.
Scoreboard says 3-1, but it's 2-2, right?
Yes. Into the windup. The pitch on the way. Called strike 3. Froze him with a fastball again as he pumps one in there at the knees.
The same spot.
Back-to-back backward strikeouts for Krieger. 6-1 of the ball game for him, and that will bring up Nathaniel Boone with 2 down.
Nothing across the middle of the plate. Everything has been at the knees, on the corners. Excellent spot location by Krieger.
So Boone 0 for 1. He struck out looking his only time in. Nobody on, 2 down, and he takes a strike outside corner at the knees, 0-1.
Throwing with confidence now, Krieger is.
Yeah, just keep pumping him in there, and you got to ride him as long as he's getting outs. 0-1 on the way. Swing and a miss as he lunged after that off-speed pitch, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Left-hander waits. Krieger stares into Joyce, into the windup. The 0-2 on the way. Just missed.
Wow.
That pitch had to have been a little low because it was on the outside corner.
Some of the Panther players are coming out of the dugout already. They had to retreat real quick to get back in those. They thought it was strike 3 also.
A ball and 2 strikes. Krieger kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. Struck him out as he strikes out the side. 1-2-3 inning for Jaden Krieger. 7 strikeouts in the ball game, 3 of them in that inning. They get no runs, no hits, nobody left on, and will go to the 6th inning, 1-0 Medina Valley here in Game 2 of this best of 3. Panthers trying to sweep this series. They still need 6 more outs, and you'd like to see them play add-on here as we go to the 6th, 1-0. You're listening to Panther Baseball, brought to you by Dotson Home Moving, and we'll continue in a moment.
Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush 35 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Welcome back here to Des Reeves Diamond as we go to the 6th inning, 1-0 Medina Valley leading, as Jonathan Depew will stay out there to pitch here. He's pitched a pretty good ball game, but
not throwing a bad game.
No, not at all. The Panthers just able to scratch across a run against him back in that 5th inning. And this will be Manny Ramirez, then Aaron Tondry, and then Wesley Stevens. So your 2, 3, 4 hitters coming to the plate here. Ramirez is 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out to the shortstop, and he takes a strike with a fastball, and it's 0-1.
An insurance run would be huge this inning.
Into the windup, the 0-1 pitch. Swings and bounces one between short and third. Long throw for the shortstop. He'll never get that, as that throw was way offline.
He threw a rainbow.
Yeah, I don't think Vallejo ever had that ball in his hand that great, as he let that fly.
Well, he had to let it fly, Jared, because he caught it deep near the grass in the shortstop position, so he had to make a quick throw.
They just put his first hit, the first hit of the ball game, up there for the Panthers.
Wow.
That's their 4th hit of the ball game for Medina Valley.
It's a good job by Ramirez to lead off the top of the 6th with a base hit for the Panthers.
Yeah, because even if he makes a strong throw, he might not get him.
No, I don't think he would have.
And this is Tondry, who's 2 for 2. And he takes a ball, 1-0.
Tondry, every at-bat, he's gotten one of those forkball things.
Well, in both times he's hit the ball to the right side of the infield, or to the right side of the diamond, and he's gotten 2 hits out of it. And he takes that pitch down in the dirt, 2 balls and no strikes. 3rd time through the batting order here for Depew. So Panther batters have seen him a couple of times already. We'll see what kind of adjustments they've made. 2-0 on the way. Ball 3.
Good take by Tondry with that 2-0 count.
Well, it's 3-0, so if you're going to swing away, it better be a pitch where you want it. Because I think he'd have the green light, and that pitch is down and in, almost hit him, and it walked. So a single and a walk to start the inning, and there's runners at first and second with nobody out.
On timeout by the Bulldog coach, he's going to go out and try to set things up.
Well, and this is their head coach, so we'll see what he chooses to do here. The last time it was the assistant coach that came out to talk to him.
He struggled a little bit at that at-bat on Tondry on getting pitches over the plate, obviously on 4 straight pitches.
Yeah. Stevens will come to the plate next. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. He struck out and had a sacrifice bunt, and
you're going to leave him in.
Well, and they should. He's probably their best option right now to keep them in this ball game.
And, he was just talking to him. You would think that if he was doing a defensive thing, he would have brought the whole infield in and talked to everybody with Panthers running the first and second. with nobody out.
Well, and if I'm Stevens right here, they bunted him once before. I know he's your cleanup man, but there's 2 on and nobody out. Bunt him over because 3 runs is huge in this ball game.
Is.
Even 2 runs is huge in this ball game. Stevens waits. Pitch on the way. Bunts it. Pitcher will come over to field it. Only plays to first. He throws him out, so the sacrifice is good. It goes 1-3 for the putout, and the runners move to second and third with 1 away.
And it was a really great bunt by Stevens, put it where they had to make a play at first base without them didn't have any opportunity to get the lead runner.
That'll bring up Tanner Garst, who's 0 for 2. Garst is grounded out to short and struck out. He could deliver a big blow here for the Panthers. Garst waits. Depew's pitch on the way is inside in the dirt, a ball.
Good stop again by the catcher for the Bulldogs. That would have gone to the fence. It would have been an easy run for the Panthers.
Yeah, Herrera's done a good job behind the plate for them in both ball games.
That would have been a wild pitch, not a pass ball.
Ready for the 1-0. Kicks and brings it. Swings and bounces it to short. They're not going to have a play. Falls down, throw to first, dug out. He got him at first base as Vallejo made the throw. A great pick on the backside, but a run scores on the RBI ground out by Tanner Garst, and it's 2-0 Medina Valley.
He made a good play fueling that ball, but he slid on when he was getting ready to set up to throw the ball. Another rainbow over to first base, and it was a good pick by the first baseman.
Yeah, because he slipped and fell down when he was going to throw that. That's like the second or third time that's happened to one of their infielders. And this is Jaden Krieger, who struck out twice. He's got a runner at second base with 2 away. Because of where that ball was hit, Tondre was not able to advance to third. And there's a strike through there. 0-1. So single walk sacrifice and then an RBI ground out. And there's a strike with a curveball who dropped it over the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Waiting on the 0-2. He goes. Throw called strike 3.
And that's okay. You want Krieger to work on his defense on the mound, so I'm good with that strikeout.
Well, that's the hat trick for Krieger. That's his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. And the Panthers have been retired, but they do get 1 run on 1 hit, a walk mixed in there, and they leave 1 on base. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's now 2-0 Medina Valley. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we'll continue in a moment.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Okay. Welcome back here to SAISD Sports Complex and Reader to tell you about one of our sponsors.
Yeah, let's give some our sponsors some credit here. The Rusty Rooster Drive-Thru, 806 Highway 90 West. Make a quick stop on your way home from work or drop by on the weekend to grab some beverages without ever leaving your truck. Rusty Rooster is a place for quenching your thirst from sun up to sundown. After all, anything goes till the rooster crows. Thanks to the Rusty Rooster for sponsoring Panther Baseball, and thanks to Sophia's Pizza, calzone, subs, wings, and many pasta specialties. Come by and feed your family for a reasonable price. Order online or call us at 210-354-7618 or visit us in person. Go like us on Facebook and be entered to win a chance at a $25 gift certificate located on Petranka Road at 211. Thanks to Sophia's Pizza and the Rusty Rooster for advertising with Panther Baseball.
As we go here to the bottom of the 6th inning, it'll be Jaden Krieger on to work still as he will face the top of the batting order here. It'll be Mendez, Depew, and Romero due up. And the first pitch is a strike called over the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Mendez in the ball game's 0 for 2. He's struck out, and he's grounded out to the second baseman. Krieger's 0-1 on the way. Swings and fouls it over to the first base dugout, and it's 0-2.
Krieger still pumping in the strikes. You got to like that.
Yeah, he was ready to go from the get-go tonight. 0-2. Just high. They asked for the appeal down to first. The home plate umpire won't even ask for it. He says it's 1-2. I didn't think he even got really started. A ball and 2 strikes still. And now time asked for by Mendez, and the home plate umpire gives it.
They did that a lot, Jared, and that was the first time they've done it tonight. They did it a lot last night.
Well, a lot of the times last night, though, the pitchers couldn't get together with Joyce on what they wanted to throw.
Yeah.
1-2 on the way. Down in the dirt, 2-2.
Not a bad location. Keeping it from the middle of the plate when you're up in the count.
2-2 on the way. Swings and bounces one to second. Stevens up with it. Throws on to first for the out, and there's one away here in the bottom of the 6th. Again, weak contact. Krieger just not letting them barrel up the ball. They've only hit a couple of them square.
And that's the result of not putting the ball over the middle of the plate, and he's done a great job hitting his spots.
When he's keeping the ball down, when you pitch low in the zone like that,
yes.
you know, he's done a very good job of not elevating his pitches. This is Depew. Takes a strike over the outside corner, 0-1. Depew in the ball game's grounded out to short and struck out. He's 0 for 2.
Started him off with a curveball, beautiful breaking pitch, breaks across for strike 1.
0-1 on the way. Fastball line back up the middle. The shortstop, Tondre, from his knees, throws, not in time. It's going to be an infield single as Tondre slid on his knees to make that stop, moving toward the bag at second from the shortstop position. Threw a strong throw from his knees. That was a great throw, but just not going to be able to get Depew.
Just a tad late, and I don't know what's going on with the infield in that location between shortstop and second base, but every ground ball hit in that area, someone has fallen.
Yes. No, there's a footing issue over there, something with the dirt, and it's probably like cement out there. It's probably hard as a brick. And this will bring up Jared Romero. He's reached on a error and singled. Only 2 hits in the ball game. That was only their second hit. And that pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. So you got the heart of the order up here. Romero and Vallejo, probably their best 2 hitters on the team from what we've seen.
Yes.
And they've got a runner at first with 1 away. So the tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. Right-hand batter waits.
You can't serve up a double play ball here.
Krieger into the windup pitch. Fouled off, 1-1. As Depew over at first base will take his lead here as
I didn't want to say anything, Jared, but was that the first base hit of the night for the Bulldogs?
Second.
Okay.
Romero had the first. Lined it into right field earlier in his last at-bat. 1-1 on the way. There's a bouncer to third. Ramirez has it. They go to second for 1 to first. Not in time. Fielder's choice. That ball was chopped very high to Ramirez, and they made a good play over there at second base. A good turn by Stevens to try to get the double play, but they just weren't able to turn it. Too fast was Romero, so it's a fielder's choice. It goes 5-4 for the putout. There's 2 down, and it brings up Vallejo.
Yeah, that ball wasn't chopped, like you said, Jared, so high. Ramirez had to wait for it to come down before he can make the throw over to second base and try to turn the double play.
Vallejo has been hit by a pitch and had a sacrifice bunt. No official at bat in the ball game. 2 plate appearances.
The good thing about that is they got the lead runner, and we have 2 outs.
That's right. So Krieger from the stretch checks the runner and comes set. Strike called outside corner with a fastball. Good pitch by Krieger.
Pump them strikes in, Krieger.
Krieger stares in. He's ready. Gets his sign from Joyce in the 0-1. Here it comes. Swing and a foul back to the screen. Lunged at that fastball, and it's 0-2.
Still throwing with a lot of velocity. Kept that one on the outside corner.
That was 75 pitches now for Krieger in the ball game. Nothing in 2 to Vallejo. Runner at first with 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 6th, the Panthers lead 2-0. Here's the pitch. Swings and bounces 1 to third. Ramirez up with it, throws across to first, and he throws it away down the right field line. And comes back, and they're going to have runners at second and third now on the E5. I think that ball went into the dugout and came out. So that's why they each get 2 bases. So it's second and third with 2 down now. Huge error right there. You should be out of the inning, and instead the tying run's at second base for Herrera.
Well, he fielded it cleanly, Jared. He just made an errant throw. It was high and inside.
It wasn't even close.
No.
Prukop had no prayer to get that.
And that's Dillard that stayed in the game playing first base.
Yeah, it is. But either way, nobody had a chance to make that play at first base. That ball was thrown way high and way too – I mean, it sailed into the dugout. Didn't bounce in there.
Well, as of right now, nobody hurt if they can get the out here.
Well, Krieger's just got to bear down here and get the out. And they're going to have a – what are we going to do here? Are we going to get a runner or a hitter? This is Herrera coming to the plate. I think the third base coach just came down to talk to Herrera, but it looked like the umpire was signaling something. But nonetheless, second and third, 2 down. Tying run at second here in the bottom of the 6th. Herrera's 0 for 2. He's bounced into a fielder's choice and lined out to second. And he lines one into center field for a base hit. 1 run. They're going to wave the trailer. Rips with the throw home. It's not going to be in time. It's a tie ball game. They throw down to second. He's going to be out at second base, but they tie up the ball game on a 2-run single by Brandon Herrera. Ball was not hit well, but he hit it just enough to tie the ball game, and we'll go to the 7th inning, tied at 2. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we'll continue in a moment.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
Back here at Diz Reeves Diamond as we go to the 7th inning. It's 2-2 as they got 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning there. It started out with a ground out and infield single by Depew. Romero bounced into a fielder's choice, and then a big error on the third baseman as he sailed one that would have been the third out of the inning. Routine play from third to first, and he threw it into the dugout. They had runners at second and third with 2 away, and Brandon Herrera just managed to bloop the first pitch he saw back into center field. They did manage to get Herrera out at second base as the putout went 8-2-4. But it's 2-2 here, and this is going to be Connor Dillard to the plate. Dillard's 0 for 1. He reached on his error at his only time in and scored a run, and he takes a strike here from Depew, and it's 0-1. So the Panthers got to find a way to scratch across another run here, Dwayne.
Yeah, you got to bear down.
Takes a ball in the dirt, 1-1.
You got to bear down, be smart at the plate, and try to work one run in. You're just looking for one.
Well, and you got their 7, 8, 9 hitters up here, and that's what manufactured you a run in the fifth inning.
They got a break in the action, and it looks like they're going to check on the catcher with a bandage. And we got another sponsor we need to inform you about, Dodson House Moving, who is sponsoring our camera work today. Dodson House Moving has been relocating structures for over 75 years. We offer a variety of moving services from wood frame homes to historic stone structures. Dodson House Moving is your premier house mover covering San Antonio to the Texas Hill Country and the surrounding areas. We are a full-service house moving company with safe and effective solutions for every unique job. With state-of-the-art equipment, there is no job too large or too small. Call Dodson House Moving at 210-628-1459 for your next structure relocation.
And Herrera being bandaged up. So Herrera, when he dove into second base, he probably cut himself, which is what they're probably looking at over there, because he came through with the big hit and was thrown out at second base, and he was diving into second head first. Because I don't think that's anything that he would have done here behind the plate right now.
No. I think they got a Band-Aid on it. I believe it's his thumb.
So Dillard will have a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
They're going to let him throw a couple of pitches, see if he can throw the ball.
Oh, well, he threw that one to second base.
He couldn't. He just missed the pitcher by about 10 feet.
He's laughing about it, too. He picked his helmet up, and he's laughing.
Well, I guess he's good.
Yeah.
He gave the thumbs up. So we got a new ball game here, Jared.
Yep, and here's Dillard leading off the inning. He's got a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
See if Dillard can do it again.
Depew from the windup. Nobody on. Dillard leading off here in the 7th. Here's the pitch. High, a ball, 2-1.
Yeah,
good snag by Herrera. He almost threw that to the backstop.
Yeah, I was going to say high's an understatement.
Just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside.
2-1 on the way. 3-1 as that just missed. So 3 balls and a strike to Dillard, so a good hitter's count here.
And that got the Burbank crowd all wound up there.
Well, they're back into this ball game.
Yep.
Swing and a miss. He swung at ball 4 up in his eyes right there, and it's 3-2. You know, you got a 3-1 count. He wants to get on base, but you got to be disciplined there.
Yep.
3-2 on the way. High, and he walked him. Tried the breaking ball to backdoor him, but it just stayed up. And so Dillard works a walk, and so he's on to lead off the inning. That's the 3rd free pass issued in the ball game.
And they're going to do a pinch runner, which is rightfully so right now, to try to get some speed on the bases there at first base.
That's going to be number 6.
That is number 6.
Brady Prukop, who comes back into the ball game.
They just switched places.
Yep.
They replaced him earlier, so he's going to re-enter the game.
Well, and they want the speed because he's your go-ahead run.
Absolutely.
And so now you've got J.J. Gonzalez at the plate, who's 0 for 2. He's lined out to second, popped out to first. You got to be mindful that you got a left-handed pitcher looking at you over there at first base. You cannot get picked off. Pitch on the way, squares to bunt. Bunts through it. No, he says safe over there.
Are they saying you pulled back? We'll take it.
The first base umpire was saying it, but they didn't appeal to him. So the home plate umpire never made a gesture whether he swung or not. It says 0-1 on the board, but it's been wrong all night. And they throw over to first, and it pushes Prukup back to the bag. We'll see if the umpire will give
because that's a big deal. Letting him know whether he can, square around again.
Well, he knows. I'm sure he knows the count, but the umpire just didn't signal it to everyone else here.
Well, it should have been a ball then. Yep.
Pulled that back, and it gets away. Oh, and Prukup stumbled, and he couldn't go to second base as that got away from the catcher, and they missed an opportunity there to advance to second base.
That's unfortunate. That ball shot over towards the dugout of the Bulldogs, but Prukup should be 2-0.
Pitch on the way. Squares to bunt. Pulls back at a pitch low in the dirt, and it's 2-1. So they did say that he swung at that first pitch. He bunted through it, which I think that's the right call. I didn't see him try to pull back, but he did the next two. So it's still 2 balls and a strike. And if you're the Panthers, you've got to get this bunt down. He's got to move him over because that ensures Whit Joyce comes to the plate in the inning. 2-1 on the way. Bunts it. Back to the mound. The pitcher grabs. He'll throw to first for the out, so the sacrifice is good. Gonzalez did his job, and it moves Prukup to second base, and now you got 2 opportunities to get the go-ahead run home. 1-3 for the putout. And this will be Gavin Rips, who's flown out to left and walked. He's 0 for 1. That walk was a huge at-bat in this ball game. With 2 outs, he drew the walk, got Whit Joyce to the plate, who had an RBI single and opened up the scoring. And Rips just missed driving a 2-run homer out of here in his last at-bat.
He sure did. And the bat before that, he put a charge in him also.
First baseman plays up. He's in, and there's a swing and a miss. He lunged at a breaking ball that time, had him fooled, and it's 0-1. The corner infielders are charging here. They're up in the grass. I don't know if they think he's going to try to bunt for a base hit or what. The third baseman's playing just behind the bag. The first baseman's up on the infield grass about a quarter of the way up the line. Pitch on the way. Down low, 1-1. .91 pitches here for Pugh in the ball game.
Panthers have got to convert here.
Spins and looks the runner back to second base. And Prukup's got to be smart here on the base pass.
Yes. Not too aggressive.
Ready for the 1-1. Pitch on the way. Outside, 2-1.
They're really squeezing the middle, trying to keep Prukup on second base. Was it opening up 2 huge holes between first and second and second and third?
Well, and with the first baseman playing as far in as he is, there's a huge hole over there.
He could push bunt 1 through there for an easy base hit.
Ready for the 1-2. Steps off and looks Prukup back. Yet they're trying to keep him close. That way if a base hit happens, they can't. It's not as easy for him. They have to take the chance if they want to send him. And you got to remember, too, with Whit Joyce on deck here, a base hit, you do not have to send Prukup. Ready for the 1-2. Long pause here for Depew. Kicks and brings it. Squares to bunt. Bunts it up the third base line, and it just rolls foul. And if that stays fair, that is a base hit because no one was coming to get it, and it just rolled foul.
Wow.
And it's 1-2 to Rips.
A blade of grass leaning the other way would have pushed it fair.
And that was a great time for it. The third baseman's playing back, and he executed a great bunt. Unfortunately, it just went foul.
Yeah, after a few pitches to him, they assumed that he was not going to be bunting. He had him fooled if he just could have pulled it fair.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Depew kicks and brings it. Called strike 3. Backdoored him with a breaking ball. and he struck him out. That's his 8th strikeout of the ball game, and that will bring up Whit Joyce.
They're going to walk him.
Yeah, and they already put him on. Intentional walk to Joyce. And that'll bring up Manny Ramirez. Well, he's got a chance to make up for his error here.
Yep, and they're going to do a courtesy runner, and I believe that's Lowell.
Lowell. That's usually who runs for him. The error will be long forgotten if Ramirez can come through here.
And it doesn't have to be a huge swing. You
Nope.
just got to find a hole somewhere.
Just poke one somewhere. He's 1 for 3 in the ball game. He singled in his last at bat. He's got runners at first and second with 2 down. We're in the top of the 7th, and it's 2-2. Panthers took game 1, trying to sweep this series. Burbank trying to force a game 3 tomorrow at noon. Ramirez waits. Depew set. Kicks and brings it. Takes a breaking ball low, 1-0.
It's a good take, laying off that breaking pitch.
Yeah, because if you swing at that, you're going to pound it straight down in the dirt. Ready for the 1-0. Swings and misses at a fastball, and it's 1-1.
He tried to finish that with one swing.
Yeah, he took a rip right there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Depew set at the belt. 1-1 on the way. Down low, 2-1. And now Herrera going to go out and talk. You wonder if they want to change up their signs here a little bit with that runner at second base.
It's kind of the situation we had last night, except the other way around. A lot of sweaty palms right now.
2 balls and a strike here as Ramirez digs back in. Depew set. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swings and pops one up into right center field. Center fielder Romero over under, makes the catch. And Depew retires the side in the 7th inning. The Panthers get no runs on no hits. Couple of walks mixed in, and they leave 2 on base. And we will go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Panthers need to force extras. Burbank gets a run, they win it. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we will continue in just a moment.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
The biggest sale of the year is back at North Park Chevrolet. Got our lowest posted prices of the year and 1.9% financing on a 2021 Equinox posted at $22,999, a 2021 Bolt EV posted at $28,999, or a 2021 Silverado 4x4 Trail Boss posted at $47,999. Plus, get 1 year of unlimited car washes and 2 years of no-charge maintenance. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back here to SAISD as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, tied at 2. For Burbank, it'll be the 6, 7, 8 hitters due up, Maldonado and the 2 Hernandezes. Jaden Krieger stays out there to work for the Panthers. He's thrown 77 pitches in the ball game, and he's been excellent. For me, you got to let him go until he can't anymore.
Absolutely. I mean, he showed no signs of letting down the last inning, so you got to come back with him. See if you can get full 7 out of him.
No, and the 2 runs that have been allowed by him are unearned because of the error. If that error doesn't happen, it's 2-0, and Medina Valley's trying to win the ball game here. But Krieger got to get 3 outs and force extras as that pitch comes inside, and it's 1-0. Maldonado's 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. 1-0 on the way. Strike called. Outside corner right at the knees. 1-1. So a ball and a strike. Krieger kicks and delivers. Low, a ball, 2-1. Down low, 3-1. So 3-1 count here from Krieger to Maldonado. Cannot put the leadoff man aboard.
No, needs to come back one, even if it has to be a middle.
3-1. Fouled him off. Back to the right side out of play, and it's 3-2.
Good pitch by Krieger. Again, if you got to throw one across the middle here, you give one across the middle. You can't walk that first leadoff batter.
Here comes the 3-2. It's on the way. Swings and bounces one towards second. Stevens will play it on 2 hops. Throws to first for the out. 1 away. Good job by Krieger to come back and get him. And that'll bring up Ivan Hernandez. He's 0 for 2. He struck out twice, once swinging, once looking. He's got nobody on, 1 out, bottom of the 7th.
They gave a warning to the Burbank dugout again for coming out.
Pitch on the way. Inside, ball 1.
Didn't miss by much with the breaking pitch there.
No, he tried to come inside with it and have it break back over the inside corner, but he just didn't get that break. 1-0 on the way. Low, 2-0. Krieger with a 2-0 count to Ivan Hernandez. 2-0 on the way. Strike called. Fastball right through there.
Good
2-1
pitch. Good comeback pitch by Krieger.
Krieger into the motion. 2-1 on the way. Called strike. Fastball right through there again on the outside corner, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes to Hernandez. All right, Krieger, give him the hat trick here. Waiting on the 2-2. Right-hand batter waiting. Kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Wow. Pulled the string on the changeup. And that's 3 strikeouts for Hernandez in the ball game, and there's 2 down.
What a pitch by Krieger to come back when you get down in the count. That's twice, and both batters to come back, get ahead of them, and get the out.
8th strikeout of the ball game for Krieger. It'll bring up Lorenzo Hernandez, who's 0 for 2. He's grounded out to the pitcher, struck out looking. Takes a strike with a breaking ball. Nice slider over the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. Swings and bounces one up the third base line, but foul. And that was a different that was a curveball he hasn't thrown before. It was more of a 12-6 variety. Yeah. Had a lot of loop in it.
Had a lot of break to it. Baffled the batter. He took a cut at it, but barely got on anything of it.
90 pitches now for Krieger in the ball game.
Now, I know you're getting tired here, but do not put one right down the middle.
Ready for the 0-2. Krieger trying to put him away and force an 8th inning. Pitch on the way. Swing, and he fouls it off the head of the umpire. 0-2.
That was a fastball.
Yep. And I mean, he took it, the umpire took it right off the mask, and you can see that they're going to give him a little time here to make sure he's all right.
Looks like he's okay, but still a lot of velocity there by Krieger. High fastball. Just got a piece of it on the swing.
Yeah. think the home plate umpire is good to go.
Yeah, needs to chase away those birds that are circling around his head right now.
Well, and the good thing is it hit him in the mask. It didn't hit him in the top of the head, which is,
right.
He doesn't have a helmet on. Not that it feels good getting hit in the mask, but at least it protects your noggin. 0-2 as Lorenzo Hernandez digs back in.
Breaking pitch. Love to see it right here.
0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss as he threw him the breaking ball in the dirt and he chased it. Ninth strikeout of the ball game for Jaden Krieger, who's pitched 7 strong here, and we will go to the 8th inning here in Game 2 of this best-of-3 set. Tied at 2. You're listening to Panther Baseball, brought to you by Dotson House Moving, and we will continue in a moment.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Welcome back here to Diz Reeves Diamond as we go to the 8th, and Depew out there to pitch the 8th inning, and they're going to let him go until he can't, until he reaches his pitch count. And I'm sure Medina Valley, if I were them, I'd let Krieger do the exact same thing.
Yeah, he's still showing great signs of being tough out there. So I would go another inning.
So for Medina Valley, it'll be the 3, 4, 5 hitters due up. And the good thing here is they don't play with that stupid rule where you put a runner at second base in extra innings.
At least I don't think you do.
No, they're not.
At some point you might. Well, no, I don't.
No, that's not baseball. Yeah. That's not baseball.
I agree. And right man in the right spot right here.
So Tondre will stand in 2 for 2 with a walk. 2 singles, a walk. He's been on base all 3 times tonight with some power. First pitch from Depew on the way. Strike called on the outside corner, 0-1. Depew getting close to that 100 pitch mark. You can go 110, and when you get to 110, you can then finish the at-bat. Swing and a miss as he tried to untie it that time, and he chased a pitch in the dirt. Tondre quickly in a hole, 0-2. Well, and if you're the Panthers here, even if you don't get Tondre on base, you want Depew to throw pitches here. Make him work.
Yes.
Get him out of the ball game.
And I think Tondre hit the catcher in the helmet on his backswing. He was checking to see if he was okay.
Ready for the 0-2. Depew into the windup. Here it comes. That's high and outside. Ball 1.
Tried to break and pitch again. It just stayed high.
1 ball, 2 strikes. As we talk about how good Krieger's been, Depew's been just as good.
Yes.
Called strike 3 as he froze him with a breaking ball. He dropped that curveball in there, and it's 1 away here in the top of the 8th.
He definitely froze him.
That's 9 strikeouts for Depew in the ball game. And that will bring up Wesley Stevens. Stevens is 0 for 1. He struck out in the first inning. Since then, he's had 2 sacrifice bunts. Nobody on, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swings and pops it up into right center. Right fielder moving to his right, settles under it, reaches up to make the catch, and there's 2 away. And what you're doing is you're allowing Depew to get more outs. He can come back out for the 9th if he needs to and pitch as long as he can.
Let's see if the Panthers can do it with 2 outs, Jared.
Here's Garst. Garst is 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice and struck out. He's also driven in a run. Down in the dirt, ball 1. Good job by Garst not to chase that. One ball, no strikes. Right-hand batter waiting. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swings and hits one in the air to right field. Right fielder going back, circling under it, makes the catch, and the side has been retired. The Panthers go in order 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, no one left on. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning, still tied at 2. Listening to Panther baseball, and we will continue in a moment.
Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Welcome back here to Diz Reeves Diamond as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Jaden Krieger stays out there to work. We're in Game 2 of this best-of-3 series. The Panthers up 1-0, but we're tied at 2. Burbank trying to find a way to force a Game 3 tomorrow at high noon. The Panthers trying to find a way to sweep this series, and Jaden Krieger is back out there with the task of trying to get this to the 9th inning.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they want to try to do. And Burbank being the home team tonight, they can walk it off, with a couple of base hits. And hopefully Panthers can just do the opposite and get 3 up, 3 down.
Krieger will be facing the 9-1-2 hitter. It'll be Nathaniel Boone, then up top with Chris Mendez and Jonathan Depew. And I think this is going to be this is going to be number 1 coming into bat here. This is Cameron Molina, who played last night. Molina in last night's ball game went 0 for 3 with a walk.
Watch the bunt.
Throws that one low and in the dirt, and it's 1-0. Bottom of the batting order, the 7, 8, 9 hitters for Burbank tonight have gone 0 for 8 with 7 strikeouts. And Molina hits one on the ground, right side. Prukop over to field it, throws to the pitcher covering. That's actually Dillard, or is that is Prukop back at first base now. And a good job by Krieger to get over to cover the bag at first, and it goes 3-1 for the put out, and there's one away.
He got off that mound in a hurry, went and covered first base just like he's supposed to when the ball's hit to the first baseman. Worked to perfection, and they got the out.
That'll bring up the top of the order now. Chris Mendez, who's 0 for 3, struck out and grounded out to second twice. And the first pitch from Krieger, breaking ball, called strike, inside corner, 0-1.
Still throwing with confidence. Krieger doing a good job on the mound.
Ready for the 0-1, here it comes. Just missed with a breaking ball, down and away, 1-1.
Didn't miss by much right there.
One on the way. In the dirt, 2 balls and a strike. It's Mendez, then Depew. You want to get these 2 guys. You do not need Romero or Vallejo coming up in this inning. They're their best 2 batters. There's a swing and a line drive into right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit and get into the gap, but they're going to get it back in quickly, does Rips, and that will hold Mendez to a single. Their 4th hit of the ball game, and they have the winning run aboard with 1 away.
Good piece of hitting right there. Took the ball, which was on the outside half of the plate.
Yep.
Threw his hands out there and forced it out to right center. I thought it had a chance to get through the gap. Rips covered a lot of ground there to cut it off.
What is Depew doing? Going to talk to the first base coach. As you have Joyce and Ramirez at third out there talking on the hill.
Well, they're going to try to play small ball here, you would think.
Well, you would think. So there's one out. So if they bunt him over, that gives Romero a chance to drive in the run. But you wonder if they'll do that. So Depew is 1 for 3. He's grounded out, struck out, and had an infield single.
Well, as a left-hander, he may try to drag bunt.
Left-hand batter, throw over to first, and it gets away from Prukop, and that's going to allow the runner to get to second base with one out. So an error right there on the throw from the pitcher to the first baseman. My goodness.
Yeah.
Third error of the ball game second error of the ball game for the Panthers. Third error, rather. That's 3 on the Panthers.
That is 3 errors. That's something you did not want to see. Get that runner in scoring position is not what you were hoping for.
So now Krieger's got to bear down. Runner at second base with one out. Now he can swing away.
Yeah.
Krieger comes set, checks the runner, kicks, he squares to bunt, takes a ball outside, 1-0. Why would he bunt here? The only advantage to having the runner at third is that a pass ball could score
And
him.
he hasn't thrown many of them.
No. Because right now you've got 2 chances for a base hit to win you the ball game.
He wasn't even trying to bunt for a hit either.
Ready for the 1-0. Here it comes, and he swings and fouls it back to the screen, and it's 1-1. Winning run at second with one out. A leadoff single and then an error on a pickoff throw as the runner at second with one away. Depew waits on the 1-1. Krieger kicks and brings it, a curveball that misses up and outside, and it's 2-1.
That's one of the few curveballs that got away from him.
Well, and he didn't finish the pitch. If you saw, he stood up straight when he let go of it. 2 balls and a strike. And Joyce going to go out and talk. And it's real easy when you get fatigued to not finish your pitches.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what's happening there. And I think what they're doing now is they're going to change up the pitches because last night the Bulldogs were trying to steal signs from the catcher when they had runners on second base. And I think they're going to change it up a little bit.
Well, and let's clarify something. We say that Bulldogs were trying to steal signs. Everyone who gets on second base is trying to steal signs. Everyone who's in the dugout the entire game's trying to steal signs. So it's not taboo. It's not something that's wrong. But last night they knew what was coming, and the Panthers had to change their signs halfway through the game because they were reading it. And so they want to make sure everyone's on the same page here in a game situation. 2 balls and a strike from Krieger. Kicks and brings it to Depew, and he swings and pops one up into left field. Left fielder coming over, gets under it, makes the catch for the out, and he gets it back in quickly, and the runner stays at second, and there's 2 down.
Huge out right there. You had to have that one.
Big fly out to the left fielder. That's only the second fly ball out of the ball game for Burbank, and it will bring up Jared Romero. Romero has reached on an error, singled, and bounced into a fielder's choice. He's 1 for 3 officially. He's got the winning run at second with 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning in a 2-2 ball game. And they're going to put him on, and Vallejo's going to bat. So an intentional walk to Romero.
And that was Gavin Kanak out there in left field. He caught the fly ball for the second out.
And so Vallejo will stand in. He's been hit by a pitch, had a sacrifice and reached on an error.
He's
0 for 1 officially. He's a cleanup batter.
Yep.
So first and second, 2 outs. That runner at first means nothing other than the fact there's a forced play at second base. Kicks and delivers. Inside a ball, 1-0.
Didn't miss by much. Good-looking curveball that broke across the plate. May have been just a little high.
1 ball, no strikes to Vallejo, their cleanup hitter. Krieger set. Pitch on the way. Called strike outside corner with a fastball, and he brought that one.
I was going to say, that had some pop to
That
it.
might be the hardest thrown ball he's had all night. A ball and a strike. And he's got to now. You got to rear back and throw it. This is probably his last batter of the ball game regardless of what happens. 1-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. Lunged at a breaking ball right there, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, he saw that heater earlier, pitch before that, and came back with a slow breaking pitch and was way out in front of it.
Well, he's over 105 pitches now, so this is going to be his last batter. You want to see him get Vallejo here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Right-hander waits. Kicks and brings it. Pops him up. Left field in foul territory. Kanak coming over, and he's not going to get there as it drops in foul territory, and we'll do it again at a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I'd like to have had that one, but there was no reason to get to it. It was way foul territory.
Yeah, and so foul territory here is it's
huge.
big.
It's huge.
Big foul territory, and a long way to go for that. No way you could get it. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Right-hand batter waits. Krieger from the stretch stares in. Now he comes set. Kicks and brings it. Down and out with a fastball, and it's 1-2. Actually, it should be 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 on, 2 out, and a 2-2 ball game. Krieger stares in for the sign here. We're in the bottom of the 8th, and time asked for by Vallejo. And the home plate umpire grants it.
Krieger not working near as fast now. Taking his time, which he needs to do.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a pitch up in his eyes. And he sits down Vallejo as he strikes out, leaving the winning run at second base. And we will go to the 9th inning as they get no runs on 1 hit, a walk, and they get around the error and they leave 2 on base. So we go to the 9th inning, still tied at 2. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we will continue in a moment.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
We're back here at SAISD Complex as we go to the top of the 9th inning, still tied at 2. Jaden Krieger's night will be done on the hill. They could run him out there for one more batter if they needed to. He's thrown 109 pitches in the ball game. He's struck out 10. He's allowed 2 runs. None were earned, and he's up to bat here, and he takes inside a ball from Depew, and it's 1-0. So Depew now sitting at 110.
It's a ground ball to third.
There's a ground ball to third. Throws across the diamond for the out, and there's 1 away. So 2 pitches in and out.
And I would think all the pitchers from last night are available. I don't.
Right.
You're limited to 110 for the series. That's what I understand. So I think they could all actually come back and pitch tonight if they had to.
Yeah, so that's 106 pitches he's at right here, as this will be Brady Prukup. And he takes a strike on the inside corner. Prukup in the ball game is 0 for 1. He grounded out to second, and then Dillard had the next 2 plate appearances in that spot. 0-1, started after it, laid off in time. Palms down, no swing at first, 1-1. Well, yes, they're available, but the other thing, Dwayne, is are they trying to save them for tomorrow, or do you throw them out there? To me, you got to throw them out there. You can't save someone for a game you might not play. That pitch is upstairs 2-1.
Yeah, you want to try to win this game if you can. I mean, absolutely. I mean, you win last night. You don't want to split the series.
Ready for the 2-1. Up and out of there, 3 balls and a strike. So he should be at 110 now, and that means he gets to finish the at-bat.
Prukup needs to be disciplined here with this pitch.
This should be Depew's last batter, and now he steps off the rubber, and he wants to go back to the windup. It's 3 balls and a strike, and the pitch to Prukup on the way is high, and he walked him.
Wow.
That's the 4th walk issued by Depew in the ball game.
And that was a big walk.
And so he's aboard with 1 out, and I guess maybe he's not at the 110 pitch count mark? Because he's going to get to go more.
What do you show, Matt?
Matt.
Show him at.
Oh, I show him at 110, 111. But he's getting another run, and there's a throw down, and Prukup is going to steal second base.
He got a huge jump.
He did, and a big stolen base by Prukup.
And it's a huge stolen base. Got a runner in scoring position.
Either way, no matter what happens here, Depew's still on the mound. I had Krieger spot on. They even announced 109 pitches after. Gonzalez with an 0-1 count. Pitch on the way. Down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. I wonder if he was like at 109, so he gets to start another at bat, but
yeah, you can finish the batter.
Yeah. So here's the 1-1. Runner at second, 1 out. Here's the pitch, and that's outside. 2 balls and a strike.
You need to find a way to get Prukup over to the third. That way, with 1 out, that way you can sacrifice fly him in if you had to.
There's a swing and a fly ball to left center. Left fielder going back at the wall. He makes the catch over his shoulder. Tagging at second base and going to third is Prukup. Did that bang off the wall? He's safe? What?
He doesn't know.
Yeah, no, he's out. There you go. Because the runner was standing on second. I was like, he made the catch. I watched him do it. Okay, so he is out, fly out to the wall in left field. Prukup tags up and goes to third base, but there are 2 away, and it brings up Gavin Ripps. That was a deep fly out to left field. He just missed getting that ball out of here.
And the center fielder made a great play on it, too. I thought it was going to be a gapper.
So Ripps will bat here. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. And he swings and chops 1 foul back to the screen, 0-1. Ripps with a chance here to drive home the go-ahead run.
Yeah, absolutely. A big at-bat for Ripps right here.
The right-hander digs back in. Depew still to face him. Kicks and delivers. Swings and fouls it back to the screen again, and it's 0-2 here to Gavin Ripps. I don't know, Dwayne, maybe the pitch count rules change in a playoff series. Maybe it's innings. Ready for the 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out, pitches in the dirt. Herrera picks it up, throws to first for the out, and the side's retired. And the Panthers strand the go-ahead run at third base. And so the Panthers get no runs on no hits, a walk mixed in, and a stolen base, and they leave a runner stranded at third. And so we'll go to the bottom of the 9th inning here. Panthers trying to force 10. Burbank trying to win it. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we'll continue in a moment.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
Welcome back here to Diz Reeves Diamond. So Depew gets through 9 innings of work. He went 112 pitches was the final tally that the official press box official tally was 112. So that will be it for him then. He was able to finish that at bat against Gavin Rips because of that. Dalton Gutierrez has come on to pitch here for the Panthers because Krieger has reached his pitch count limit. He can't go anymore.
Both pitches going the full.
Yeah, went the full distance. I mean, you think about it. Krieger went 8 strong innings, struck out 10 batters, had 11 ground ball outs, 2 fly ball outs, and then he had the 1 out on the base path there. But when you look at those numbers, 10 Ks, 11 ground outs, he was sharp. He kept the ball down. They were only able to hit 2 balls in the air off him, and, yeah, I mean, he was on.
Gutierrez is going to work his way to the mound. He's going to start
bottom
of the 9th.
Yep, and Gutierrez pitched last night. He came in early in that ball game. Pitched 2/3 of an inning, and the first pitch is down for a ball 1-0. He was not sharp last night. He usually is. And he's going to face Brandon Herrera, then Santos Maldonado, and Ivan Hernandez. It's the 5, 6, 7 hitters at the plate. And Herrera had the 2-run single that tied the ball game back in the 6th inning. And he takes a strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, Gutierrez was the second pitcher that the Panthers used last night. Didn't finish 2, right?
He didn't finish a whole inning. He pitched 2/3 of an inning.
2/3 of an inning.
Got 2 outs. I take that back. He didn't record an out. He had 2 walks in that ball game. He threw 5, 10, 15, 20, 23 pitches and did not record an out. There's a swing and a bouncer up the middle, and Tondre boots it off his glove. That's an E6, and so Herrera aboard with an error.
He was moving to his left, moving hard to his left, and it ricocheted off the heel of his glove. The Bulldogs have their leadoff runner on base.
Yep. And they're going to that's a courtesy runner for the catcher. So going into run number 17, Carlos Aguirre, yep. And this will be Maldonado, 0 for 3. He's grounded out 3 times. You'd like to see him ground out again here into a double play.
Sure do it.
Pitch on the way, squares to bunt, and bunts it to third. Throw to second, and he throws it into center field, and they're going to gets far enough away so the winning run's at third with nobody out. And if you're I know what Ramirez was trying to do there. He had the right idea, but he threw it in the dirt. Take the out at first base and let your pitcher try to get the outs. I get he was trying to make the play.
He had him.
He had him.
A bad throw.
Yeah, he threw it into the dirt, and when you've got your second baseman trying to pick the ball like a first baseman, it's not going to work out.
No, he had the out. He came in running hard to feel that that bunted ball, set his feet, and he made a strong throw over to second base. Would have been in time, but the throw was not good. Trickled out in the center field. The runner advanced to third base, and obviously the batter who bunted the ball is safe at first. So now the Bulldogs have runners at first and third.
With nobody out.
With nobody out.
The winning runs at third with nobody out. That's all that really matters. And you'll have Ivan Hernandez up to the plate. He struck out 3 times in this ball game. You could really use that right now, but you got to be wary here. The bunt, the squeeze.
Everybody's going to have to play up.
You've got
even the outfielders that have to play up.
Well, yeah, and the infield's got to be drawn in here to try to cut down the runner at the plate.
And the outfielders do too. The outfielders are actually coming in about halfway now. Everybody's got to play in and try to cut the runner off of the plate. You leave the first baseman out on to hold the runner on at first.
So the Panthers need to pull one out here. Couple of errors, runners on the corners, nobody out, winning run at third. Ivan Hernandez to the plate. Pitch on the way. High, a ball, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes to Hernandez. Gutierrez stares in. Comes set at the belt. Pitch on the way. Swings and fouls one down the right field line, and it's a ball and a strike. He was late on that fastball. 1-1. Gutierrez ready. 1-1 on the way. Curveball, called strike. 1-2.
That's a good pitch. The key here, Jared, is that nobody's out.
1 ball, 2 strikes. As Hernandez digs back in, the right-hand batter ready. Waves that bat around. Gutierrez checks the runner at first and comes set at the belt. Kicks and brings the 1-2. Just missed low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That was a borderline pitch, and he didn't get the call there.
Yeah, I held my breath on that one.
2-2. Could have gone either way. 2-2 pitch. Swinging a bouncer. It threw the right side, a base hit. The throw won't be in time. The run scores, and the ball game's over.
They ran on the field before the play was over.
Yeah. The home plate umpire's just watching them. Something's going on. Herb's trying to say that, like, hey, they came on the field before he crossed home plate.
They calling him out.
Yeah, if they touch the runner before he scored, he's out. This game's going to continue.
They came running out of the dugout as soon as the ball was hit, and they were on the field.
They cannot cross the baseline.
And they were in the way of the catcher, really.
Yep.
And he could not receive the throw.
They did. Yeah, no, they were in his way 100%.
They could not receive the throw.
He's out. There you go. He is out. There you go. This ball game's still alive, and the coach is having to be taken back to the dugout by a player because he is upset. But I'm telling you, Dwayne, that's the right call because that's baseball. You cannot cross that baseline until that runner crosses the plate and the umpire signals that the ball game's over.
You cannot impede the throw coming in,
Nope.
even though he may have been safe eventually. But you cannot impede the runner.
Nope. You can.
The throw coming in.
Yeah, you can't because the right fielder came up firing and the throw was coming in for Whit Joyce at the plate, and he had runners in front of him. And this ball game is going to continue. The umpires are going to have to sort this out.
Because what do you do with the runner that was at first?
Right. So you had a base hit. So what it should be is you should have runners at first and second. The runner coming home should be out, or is it going to be first and third and the batter was out?
I think you're right at first and second, and the runner at third is out.
Wow. We saw the game end on some controversy last night, and look at this.
Oh, my gosh.
Now we get a 9-inning ball game. The Burbank crowd is unhappy.
And the home plate umpire knew exactly what was going on.
because he stood there and watched it. He did not signal that the run scored and the game was over.
He gave Coach Herb an opportunity to question the call, and he was right.
And he did, and he came out. That is absolutely the right call. I know that we're Medina Valley Broadcast Network, but in the game of baseball, that is the correct call.
Yes,
they made
absolutely.
the correct call, and that's just the way it is. You cannot come on the field like that. And they've been doing that for 2 games. They've been warned multiple times.
And you cannot be disappointed with the umpires. You have to be disappointed in your own players. You got to let them finish the play.
Yep. What the coach is arguing is that they didn't have a play at the plate, so it didn't matter. But the point is that the throw is coming home and Joyce is waiting, and they crossed the line. So if you watch any baseball, on a walk-off home run, yes, they start mobbing him, but they're technically not supposed to touch him until he touches home plate.
That ball is still alive.
But on a base hit into the outfield, you'll never see them cross the baselines until he's touched the plate.
That is a good point. But that is the case.
You can come out of the dugout, but you can't go into the field of play.
We need someone to replay that back on YouTube and to let us know
how
far they were.
No, he was halfway to first. One of them, I think, halfway to first base.
They were in front of home plate. He just threw the first base coach out of the game.
Yep, he's gone.
It's going to come down to video. They're going to have to go back and they're not going to do anything.
But now he's going to get his money's worth. He got thrown out. He's going to get his money's worth.
They're going to go back and see the video.
And here's the bad thing about when you're tossed out. Now he's got to go before the UIL to talk about that, because it's not as easy as like Major League Baseball when you get tossed. You just, hey, I got fined. I'm going to come back tomorrow. He's probably not going to be able to coach tomorrow if there's a ball game.
And they're not going to change the call. It's too late for that.
No, the call's the call.
You go back and you look at the video, you're going to see what we saw here. The same thing, because right away I was like, you can't do that. You know, it's the same umpire crew we had last night too, Jared.
Yeah, it absolutely is, yep. And the head coach is still talking to him here. He needs to be careful because he could get tossed easily too. Then the umpire's telling him his case. And, I mean, rules are rules. All the umpire's got to do is pull the rule book out and say, look here. But what we need to know is what's going to be on the field here when we're done. Wow. We've seen everything in this series, Dwayne. We've seen everything.
Wow. And all the Burbank – well, everybody's standing. The Burbank fans are all standing. They want this thing to turn back in their favor, but it's not going to.
There's a couple of Panther fans here that I want to know what they're yelling at the Burbank fans, because I know who they are, and I know they're chippy, and it's –
he's going to get ejected, too. If he And I'll tell you what, Jared, somebody should have been ejected last night. There was a couple of situations.
Players.
Yes. They got multiple warnings, and nothing happened.
The big one was, and what I didn't understand is on the final play, the base runner that slid into home, I look back at the video, he got up and was right here about a foot from the umpire's face.
A player.
And the coach had to come grab him and push him away from the umpire. The umpire, understanding that this is a playoff series and that emotions were high, did not throw him out of the game, but in any other situation, he would have been tossed.
Okay, so now that they've decided where the actual runners are going to go.
It should be first and second with one out, and the runner at third should be out.
Let's see how they take the field.
Well, and here's the bad part is Dalton Gutierrez now standing out there, hasn't thrown a pitch for the last 5 minutes because we've been arguing here.
Well, and they should allow him to throw a couple
of
pitches.
They should, yes. This is 100% the right call.
I'm glad we're not down on the field like we used to.
Oh, God.
Because you would be hearing some stuff in the microphone right now,
Yes.
let me tell you.
They're in front of us here. The glass is closed, and we can hear some of it muffled. And my goodness. So, Ivan Hernandez singles. He does get credit. He's going to get credit for a base hit. What now we got to send Gutierrez is throwing to Ramirez at
now
third.
there's 2 outs. Is that correct?
No, there should be 1. There was nobody out.
Okay.
There was nobody out. There was first and third with nobody out.
I've lost track of what it was. There was nobody out. And there was runners at first and third. The runner at third is going to get called out. There was a base hit. Yeah, they're still yelling.
Somebody just went, "That's horrible."
I mean, a rule's a rule.
No, it is. And if it was the other way around, I'm sure our fans would be the same thing. But we also understand the rules of the game and how it works, and that's the way it is. And
if the tide was turned, if it was the other way around,
nobody's out, Dwayne. They're going to load the bases.
They sure are.
Nobody's out. They're going to load the bases with nobody out.
I guess that's the right call. I don't know. I've never seen anything like that.
How is nobody out? An interference call, you're called out.
Someone has to be out.
It's got to be interference. I mean, it's interference. Someone has to be out. And I think Herb's pointing at third base like, hey, no, somebody should be out. I don't see how you can just give him a hit and say he didn't score when your team ran onto the field and interfered with the play. Somebody's out. And it's going to be the hitter. So it's going to be second and third with 1 out. So it was Hernandez who is out on interference.
How do you determine who's out?
Well, because I don't know that. It's got to be because he was the batter. There's a rule somewhere that'll state that. But they're going to have second and third with 1 away is what I believe the situation will be.
They're still letting them have it.
Well, and after all of this, I hope Medina Valley gets out of this inning. What?
I have no idea.
There's a woman down here going crazy, yelling stuff like she's a protester. Well, now that the fans are yelling at each other from the top to the bottom is what's going on. You got Burbank fans down here yelling at people up on the top above us.
Well, if you don't know what's going on, just because your team is not winning, you're automatically upset.
No, and the thing is
you don't understand the
game. You don't understand the game. You don't understand the rules.
Yeah, and that's what's going on when you're having the bickering between fans.
What's going to happen here is some people are going to get escorted out of this stadium in a minute.
Well, they need to get some security down
They
here.
need to get control of this because it's going to get ugly, especially if the Panthers – hey, look – now the runner at third is gone, and they're going to have first and second with 1 out.
That's more like it. I know they have some SAISD employees on the field that were trying to get the coaches back into the dugout, but they need to worry about security now for the fans.
Okay.
This is going to get chippy.
Yes, no, it is, and it already is chippy. Like the top's blown off this place. And if the Panthers get out of this inning and somehow win this ball game, wow. We don't want to get put on TV.
I think she is yelling at her own fans.
Oh, yes, she is. She's yelling at her own fans to settle down because because they know that, hey, this is not right. Good for her to do that.
Yeah. She's taking the initiative to settle down her own fans and say, look, Let them play.
That's what she was saying with all of these people.
Yeah.
All of these people have cell phones with cameras.
Let's be respectful.
Yeah. Because they will be.
And good for her. So
this is a TikTok nightmare for them.
Yeah, there's this couple of security guys over there. All right, here we go, Jared.
Here we go. So first and second, they're saying 2 outs. So the runner and the batter were out.
Oh my gosh.
So there's 2 down here for Lorenzo Hernandez, but they can still win the ball game with a base hit. There's a runner at second with 2 down. He's the winning run. And there's a shot into right field for a base hit. Up with it at third and firing it in, and they hold the runner at third base. So, oh my goodness. So Lorenzo Hernandez gets a base hit.
I think that was Krieger out in right field that just threw a bullet.
I mean, he threw a straight-up dart to Joyce, and the ball was hit too hard, and Krieger came charging on that, and if he doesn't, they couldn't send the base runner. So now it's first and third with 2 outs.
It would have been dead meat if he would have.
And this is going to be Boone. So they're going to bring Boone back in to hit, who's 0 for 2. He struck out twice.
Jared, they have no coaching out there. The coaches got ejected. Players are coaching the bases.
Well, here's the deal. First and third, 2 down. A run wins the game, and there's a shot to third. Ramirez up with it. Throws to first. Got him! Wow. He got him, and we'll go to the 10th inning. Big time there. A huge call, and the Panthers get to the 10th inning here in Game 2 with a chance to still win this ball game in the series. We'll go to the 10th, tied at 2. You're listening to Panther Baseball. You're on MVBN, and we will continue in a moment.
Oh, my gosh.
The biggest sale of the year is back at North Park Chevrolet. Got our lowest posted prices of the year and 1.9% financing on a 2021 Equinox posted at $22,999, a 2021 Bolt EV posted at $28,999, or a 2021 Silverado 4x4 Trail Boss posted at $47,999. Plus, get 1 year of unlimited car washes and 2 years of no-charge maintenance. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
We'll come back here to Diz Reeves Diamond, and we're going to explain what happened there. So
if we can.
So they had first and third with nobody out, and they had Ivan Hernandez to the plate. He singled to right field. Krieger came up firing to the plate because the ball was hit hard and he was shallow. The dugout for Burbank ran onto the field before the run scored. One of them was, I think, at least halfway to first base, but they were in the field of play. The umpire said, no, interference, you can't do that. The batter and the base runner were called out. They had a runner at second with 2 away. A base hit by Lorenzo Hernandez got runners on the corners with 1 out. And Nathaniel Boone grounded out to the third baseman, Manny Ramirez, to end the inning. So now we're to the 10th. When this game we thought was over, the Burbank fans have gone completely crazy. We have a police officer standing in the Burbank crowd now to make sure that everything stays under control. Both coaches for Burbank have been ejected. You had a player coaching third base a while ago, and you had nobody on first base.
They ended up putting somebody over there.
Did they?
Yep.
So both coaches have been ejected, and I don't know if that means they can coach tomorrow or not if there'd be a game, but here is the 10th inning, and you're going to have Medina Valley at the plate.
Joyce.
You have Whit Joyce, who just took a strike. The new pitcher in there.
Number 18.
That's a ball 1-0. The new pitcher in there is number 18, Jared Romero, who started the ball game yesterday.
It's a 1-1 count. Next pitch is on the way, swung on and popped up foul, but it's going to be out of play.
So it's a ball and 2 strikes to Whit Joyce. Joyce in the ball game is 1 for 3 with an intentional walk. The 1-2 is up and out of there, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Romero started the game yesterday. Didn't have his stuff. He went 3 innings in that ball game. He was not very sharp. We'll see what he does here today. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Joyce. Swings and fouls it back over the screen to stay alive. It's 2-2. We're in the 10th inning of what is normally a 7-inning ball game.
Normally. And this is very abnormal.
And Dwayne, our blood pressure's running hot right now.
My palms are sweaty.
2-2 pitch. Swings and hits one high in the air to left center field. The center fielder camps under it, comes in and makes the catch, and there's one retired here to start the 10th inning. And that will bring up Manny Ramirez. Ramirez is 1 for 4.
Ramirez with a pressure play to finish that last inning, to field that ball, make a strong throw to first.
And give him credit because he's made 2 errors in this ball game, throwing errors from third base, and he managed to make it count right there when it mattered most, and that ball's popped up foul out and will get down for a strike, 0-1. Nothing in 1. Pitch on the way, and there's a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Wow.
That's sour grapes right there. There's a swing and a miss. And he struck him out.
Apparently we have some Burbank fans
listening,
commenting. That's all right.
Yep. Let them comment.
It's all part of the game.
Aaron Tondry will step in.
And unfortunately, that's all it is. It's a game.
Yep. Nobody on, 2 outs, and Aaron Tondry fouls that one back to the screen, and it's 0-1 to Aaron. Tondry in the ball game, 2 for 3. He singled twice and walked.
Yeah, and I challenge anyone to go out and watch the video and see if they were in the field of play before that run scored.
Yep. Oh, now somebody, I don't know if that's a trainer or somebody for Burbank, is talking to the home plate umpire.
Like a trainer coming out of the dugout. He's going to talk to the home plate umpire.
Well, somebody has been put in charge of the team, so that's got to be who it is.
Well, no, I think there's another coach there. It's like a JV coach, or I don't know who it is.
Yeah. The count's 0-2 to Aaron Tondry. Swings and fouls it back to the screen. Tondry took a huge rip.
Big rip by Tondry. Try to finish his game here with 1 swing.
Still 0-2. There's 2 away here in the 10th. There's a swing and a bouncer to short. Shortstop up with it. Vallejo to first. Throw, and it's not picked out. The throw was low. We'll see how they score that. It's probably going to be an errant throw on the shortstop.
It's going to have to be an error.
And it is.
The first baseman tried to pick it, ended up slapping it back into the field.
So that'll put Tondry at first base with 2 down. It's going to bring up Wesley Stevens. Stevens in the ball game is 0 for 2. He's had 2 sacrifices. Right-hand batter stands in.
Big at bat here for Stevens.
Stevens waits. Runner at first. Pitch on the way. It's inside. Ball one.
Not sure if you want to back out of that pitch.
1 ball, no strikes. Tondry at first. He represents the go-ahead run. They throw over. Pushes him back to the bag.
They still don't have the scoreboard right as far as balls and strikes.
No, they've had it wrong all game. Ready for the 0-1. Pitch on the way. Upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes.
Good take by Stevens so far in the last couple of pitches.
Tondry leads away from first. Maldonado holds him on. 2-0 on the way. Swings and bounces one back to the mound. Good athletic play by Romero, who runs halfway to first, flips it to Maldonado, and the side's been retired. 1-3 for the putout. And the Panthers get no runs on no hits, and error mixed in there. And they leave one on base, and so we will go to the bottom of the 10th inning. Still tied at 2. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we'll continue in a moment.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Back here at Diz Reeves Diamond as we go to the bottom of the 10th inning, as Gutierrez is going to stay on there to pitch for the Panthers.
What a ball game.
Yeah. What a ball game is right.
And you got to give credit to the players on both teams. None of them have really gotten out of control, and they've done a really good job, and they're playing their hardest.
The players have actually been very cool-headed on both sides. They've actually both been very cool-headed. Gutierrez's first pitch is high, a ball. This is Chris Mendez, the top of the order, coming to the plate here. So it's your 1, 2, 3 hitters, Mendez, Depew, and Romero. One ball, no strikes as Gutierrez kicks and delivers, and that's swung on and fouled back to the screen as Mendez took a hack. Came up empty, or just got a piece, 1-1.
And I will say this, the Burbank players have been very cordial. They pick up the bat, they give it back to the Medina Valley. They've been very cordial to the umpires.
100%. They've been great through this. 1-1 on the way. Swings and lines one at Tondry, who makes the catch for the out. Mendez hit it pretty well, just right at him, and there's one away.
And I know when they finished last night's game, the Burbank players were first to get out there to shake hands with the Panthers and congratulating them on their win.
Well, and there's been a lot of things happen in this series that don't happen in the everyday run of baseball. Right. There's a lot of things that have come up with rule questions and, umpires being bad here and there, and it's just been a step process. There's a swing and a pop-up. Second baseman makes the catch, and Depew is retired on one pitch, and there's 2 away. Weak contact, got in on his hands right there and just popped him up. Good play by Stevens, 2 down.
Hit it off the handle, just a lazy little pop-up. Right, that Stevens there at second base to get 2 outs.
That'll bring up Romero. Romero stands in here with nobody on and 2 down. He singled and walked. He takes a strike. in the ball game. He's 1 for 3 officially.
It's a good pitch by Gutierrez.
He started it off with a breaking ball off-speed pitch and got it in for a strike. Pitch on the way, another breaking ball, but that missed just outside, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, they have players at first and third coaching.
1-1 pitch is down and out, 2-1. Yep, they do.
They got helmets on, a couple of players doing the coaching for the Bulldogs tonight.
2 balls and a strike. When they're playing for their season here, Dwayne, I mean, this has been a good game both ways, and that swung on and fouled off down the right side, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, it's been a great game. We've seen some really, really good plays. We've seen some bad
We've
plays.
seen some great pitching in this ball game because you look at what Jaden Krieger did. Jonathan Depew matched him pitch for pitch.
Absolutely.
They matched each other pitch for pitch, and both struck out 10 in the ball game. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Down low, 3-2. Payoff pitch upcoming here to Romero.
Big pitch right here.
3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, bottom of the 10th. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3 as he dropped in a breaking ball right there, and Romero, don't know if he was not happy with the call or upset with himself because it fooled him, but nonetheless, Gutierrez punches him out to end the inning. A 1-2-3 inning for Dalton Gutierrez.
Guess what?
We're going to the 11th. Wow, 4 extra innings here, and we go to the top of the 11th, still tied at 2. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we'll continue in a moment.
Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Welcome back here to Diz Reeves Diamond, and I think that somebody in the crowd just got tossed because the home plate umpire walked over toward the Burbank dugout, and some fans were giving him a hard time, and he called some people. He called the athletic directors out there.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on, Jared.
And I think some people are going to get ejected here. Romero is warming it up for Burbank. Jared Romero is going to stay out there to pitch. He came in and pitched the 10th. He's done a good job since coming in the ball game. He's looked a lot sharper than he did last night in starting that ball game. And, you know, early in that game, he made some looks at the mound. Remember, he slipped and fell?
Yes.
I wonder if there was something going on with the mound there last night because none of the pitchers other than J.D. Blair, who came into the ball game, were able to find the strike zone.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't even think about that, but you definitely saw that. So they are actually escorting somebody out.
And so now you'll have Tanner Garst, Jaden Krieger, Brady Prukup to the plate. Garst in the ball game is 0 for 4, and he's driven in a run with a ground out. He takes a strike from Romero, and it's 0-1.
That's a good pitch by Romero on the outside corner.
0-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. Blew a fastball by him that time, and it's 0-2. 0-2 on the way. Swings and pops it up right side into right field. Right fielder moving over toward the line. Reaches up to make the catch, and there's one away here in the top of the 11th. And that's what they've done. That's what Ramiro's been able to get for outs here since coming into the ball game.
They're in pop-ups, right?
Well, and that's because he throws with a lot of velocity up in the zone, and the Panthers are late on those swings, so they're getting weak contact in the air to the right side. Pitch on the way. Swings and hits one high in the air to left field. That's going to hook foul down the left field line by Krieger, and it's 0-1. Did not have home run distance, but it could have got down for a double at least, but it did hook foul.
That's the best swing he's had tonight.
And that wind still blowing in from right center field, but not as prominent as it was earlier in the ball game.
Much, no.
0-1 to Krieger. Pitch on the way. Upstairs with a breaking ball, and it's 1-1. So a ball and a strike from Ramiro. There's a swing and a high fly ball right center field. Right fielder comes over and makes the catch. Ball just hung up too long as Krieger got under it too much, and he flies out to right field.
That ball started tailing Jared, and I thought he was going to.
And there's two away.
It was going to drop, but it didn't happen.
Brady Prukop will come to the plate, and we'll see. It will be him, not Dillard. Prukop in the ball game's 0-for-1 with a walk. He's also stolen a base. He'll bat with nobody on, 2 down. Takes a strike on the outside corner with a fastball, and it's 0-1.
That's a foul ball off his fist. It comes towards the backstop here.
And it's 0-2. So Ramiro in there pumping in strikes now. Waiting on the 0-2 from Prukop. Pitch on the way. Down in the dirt, 1-2.
Good take. Tried to give him the fish on a ball that was going to be low in the dirt. Wouldn't have any of it.
One, two on the way. Swings and fouls it back to the screen. 1-2 still to Prukop.
Someone just threw a foul ball, just threw it back in onto the field.
Struck him out. Foul tip into the catcher's mitt. And Prukop down on strikes. A 1-2-3 inning for Ramiro. He's come in and gotten 6 quick outs in this ball game, and we'll go to the bottom of the 11th. Still tied at 2. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we'll continue in a moment.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Welcome back here to Diz Reeves Diamond as we go to the bottom of the 11th inning, still tied at 2. We're in the 4th extra inning here in this ball game. And Dalton Gutierrez will remain into the ball game. He's come in. He had a shaky inning back in the 9th, and since then he's settled down nicely, especially after that crazy way that the game ended and then didn't end. Because he was the pitcher out there when that happened, and you know, he had a couple of errors behind him, first and third with nobody out, and an interference call because the dugout ran onto the field, and all of a sudden there's 2 away. And since then he's settled down and he's gotten outs. He gave up the 1 single. As this is going to be Vallejo standing in, and he takes a strike on the inside corner from Gutierrez. Vallejo in the ball game is 0 for 2. He's had a sacrifice and a hit by pitch.
Panthers need to have another strong defensive inning here.
0-1 on the way. Down and out with a breaking ball, slider in the dirt, 1-1. There's a swing and a miss on a fastball. Good velocity that time by Gutierrez, and he blew it by him.
He blew it by him. He took a rip at it.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Oh, no, he just did get a piece.
Just got a piece of that to stay alive.
Yep. He was late on the fastball, and he just flipped that bat out there on the outer half and managed to just get a piece.
He's come back with off speed here. He's been looking fastball.
Ready for the 1-2. Kicks and brings it up high. Tried to climb the ladder. 2-2. Went too high with it. Gutierrez set. Vallejo leading off here in the bottom of the 11th. Pitch on the way. Swings and chops one at short. Aaron Tondre up with it. Throws low, but Prukop dug it out over there at first base. What a pick by Prukop, and there's 1 away here in the bottom of the 11th inning.
Prukop fully stretched out there at first base to scoop up that ball thrown by Tondre, who did a good job moving to his left to feel that ball and get the throw across.
That'll bring up Herrera. He reached on an E6 his last time up. He's 1 for 4 in the ball game, but the 1 was a big one because it was a 2-run single that tied this ball game back in the 6th inning. He came up with 2 outs and runners at second and third, and he got a base hit up the middle, and he takes high for a ball, 1-0.
Crucial we got that first out. Keep the leadoff batter from getting on base, Jared.
Yes. Ready for the 1-0 to Herrera. Maldonado waiting on deck. Nobody on, 1 down. There's a swing and a blooper into left center field, and that's going to fall in no man's land as Herrera just reached out and poked that out there, and that's the old adage, hit them where they ain't, and he gets a base hit out of it, and he's on with 1 away, and he represents the winning run, and they're going to get a courtesy runner for him because he's a catcher.
And that's what he did. He poked at it, and he got it just over the shortstop in front of the left fielder.
Carlos Aguirre will go in to run for him. That'll bring up Santos Maldonado. Rounded out 3 times and reached on an error. He's 0 for 4.
Tell you what, the Bulldog players are doing a great job as coaching. They're getting information from the umpires.
Well, because he's changing the lineup card there because of the courtesy runner. They're putting the information in there, and they're basically running the team there. Good job by them to know the game and at least know the coaching aspect of it to be able to do it.
Well, they need to get back in the dugout before they get in trouble. But
because the umpires have been watching that. You know, they've been real strict about that in both games, especially last night. So the pitch on the way to Maldonado, and he swings and fouls one over to the Burbank dugout, and it's 0-1. No balls and a strike. Maldonado waits. Winning run at first with one away here in the 11th inning. Kicks and brings it, and there's a swing and a foul straight back to the screen, and it's 0-2.
Gutierrez doing a good job, throwing a lot of strikes here towards this back half of the game.
0-2 here to Maldonado, and he takes down low a ball, 1-2. Tried a fastball that time, and he just missed low and outside. Surprised that runner at first hasn't tried to go. Pitch on the way. Now he does late. Throw down in time. He's out. Caught stealing, and he took off very late. I mean, the ball crossed the plate when he took off. He didn't get a jump on the pitcher, so caught stealing as Whit Joyce guns him down. Wesley Stevens with the tag out at second, and there's nobody on now with 2 away.
It's like Joyce loaded that ball into a cannon and shot it down there. The ball got there almost before the second baseman got there.
100% did. Well, and because he took off so late, Stevens wasn't moving on the play. He was ready for the pitch in case the batter put the ball in play, and all of a sudden the runner took off late. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count on Maldonado. There are 2 away. And the 2-2 pitch swings and fouls it back to the screen to stay alive, and we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls and 2 strikes still here on Maldonado. This game 3 hours and 10 minutes old now, and that pitch is down in the dirt, and the count's full 3-2. What looked like we were going to have about an hour and a half ball game, Dwayne, has turned into a 3-hour ball game because we're in the 11th inning.
That surpassed last night's game, right? By 5 minutes so far?
No, we were about at 3 hours and 20 minutes last night, so we're getting close. But that was only a seven-inning ball game. Swings and fouls it off down the third base line again. A good at-bat by Maldonado, fouling off pitches. He's run the count full. Doing a good job to stay alive here.
Too bad we're not getting paid by the hour, Jared.
Yeah.
Or hazard pay.
3 balls and 2 strikes.
Big pitch right here from Gutierrez.
Three-two on the way. Swings and bounces one up the middle. Stevens plays it next to the bag at second. Strong throw to first in the side. Has been retired, so they get no runs on 1 hit. A caught stealing mixed in, and we go to the 12th inning, still tied at 2. You're listening to Panther Baseball, brought to you by Dotson Home Moving, and we will continue in a moment.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
Okay. We're back here at SAISD Sports Complex as Burbank out there warming it up. Romero going to stay into the ball game as we go to the 12th inning, and Dwayne's got some more sponsors to tell you about.
Yeah, we're just going to go back through the list again. I'd like to thank Rusty Rooster Drive-Thru, 806 Highway 90 West in Castroville. Make a quick stop on your way home from the work or drop by on the weekend to grab some beverages without ever leaving your truck. Rusty Rooster is a place for quenching your thirst from sun up to sundown. After all, anything goes when the rooster crows. I'd like to thank Rusty Rooster for advertising with Medina Valley Broadcast Network, and also like to thank Sophia's Pizzeria pizza, calzone, subs, wings, and many pasta specialties. Come by and feed your family for a reasonable price. Order online, call us at 210-354-7618, or visit us in person. Go like us on Facebook and be entered to win a chance at a $25 gift certificate located on Potranco Road and 211. I'd like to thank them, too, for our sponsors, and our head corporate sponsor for tonight's game for the playoffs is Dodson's House Moving. Dodson's House Moving has been relocating structures for over 75 years. We offer a variety of moving services from wood frame homes to historic stone structures. Dodson House Moving is your premier house mover covering the San Antonio, the Texas Hill Country, and the surrounding area. We are a full-service house moving company with safe and effective solutions for every unique job. With state-of-the-art equipment, there's no job too large or too small. Call Dodson House Moving at 210-628-1459 for your next structure relocation. Thank you to Dodson's.
J.J. Gonzalez will step in here to face Romero, and he swings and misses, cut through a fastball, and it's 0-1. Gonzalez in the ball game, 0 for 3. Lined out, popped out, flew out, had a sacrifice. Leading off here in the 12th, and he takes a strike on the outside corner. Got to give Romero credit. He's come in throwing strikes.
No, absolutely.
He was pretty wild last night, and today he's found his command again. There's a swing and a shot up the first base line, and that goes foul. Maldonado tried to do the right thing there. He tried to keep that fair because
That's
if he plays it,
Smart play by Maldonado. Try to push that ball fair and give an opportunity to get the easy out. He slapped at it to put it back into play.
But it had bounced foul before he did that, and he touched it in foul territory. So it's 0-2 is your count. Pitch to Gonzalez, and he swings and chops one high in the air to third. Third baseman plays it, throws, diving at first, and he's out. Good play by Maldonado at first base to stretch out and make that play because the throw was a little low, and he dug it out, and there's one down here in the 12th.
Yeah, that was a high chopper, and the third baseman had to really gun the ball over there, and it threw it accurately to first base to get the out.
It's Ivan Hernandez over there. He's played a good third base for them tonight. He's made some tough plays. That's one of the bad things there when you're an infielder on the corner. Like I played first base for a long time, Dwayne. When they chop one high in the air like that and you're waiting for it to come down, it feels like it takes forever.
Yeah, and that's what you're doing. You're waiting for it to come down, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, and when you got to throw it from third base, it just feels like an eternity when it's in the air like that. The strike to Gavin Rips, and he takes outside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Rips in the ball game is 0 for 3 with a walk, and he takes down low in the dirt, 2-1. Two and one on the way. Strike through there. Good off-speed pitch that caught the corner, 2-2. Surprised Rips didn't try the bunt earlier in this at-bat, and he swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt. Herrera picks it up, throws down to first to complete the strikeout, and there's 2 away.
They're going to do a mound visit. They're going to do a pitching change, it looks like.
Well, you wonder if they're trying to save Romero for tomorrow a little bit because you're getting into it now where
it's hard to tell what they're doing because the players are coaching and they'll go out there and you don't know what's going on. But they're going to do a pitching change. So that's number...
Is that
9 or 5, Jared?
I think 5. So number 5 coming in, that's Ivan Hernandez coming from third base to pitch. So Romero's going to leave the game. And I can tell you it has nothing to do with how he's performing out there. It has to do with they want him, if there's a game tomorrow, they want him at the end of that game probably to try to shut the door. Because there's the chance that we could still have a game 3 tomorrow.
Yeah, there's a very good
Burbank
chance.
wins this game. We got game 3. If the Panthers win, it's over. And right now, it's up for grabs. It's anybody's ball game. And so we got more readers we can probably do during this. It's too late to take a commercial break, but Hernandez warming things up. There's nobody on and 2 down when Whit Joyce will come to the plate.
Yeah, I covered all 3 of those readers.
Yeah, you can do some more. Might as well give them all something to talk about.
How about Hazel Russell, State Farm agent, 1103 Highway 90 West in Castroville. Hazel offers protection that works as hard as you. Call Hazel and recruit today, 830-931-3441. And, Jared, do we miss any hit-by-pitches today? Because she's sponsoring all the hit-by-pitches.
There's only been one, and that was in the first inning.
Well, we missed that one.
Or second inning.
There's our hit-by-pitch, sponsored by Hazel Russell, State Farm agent in Castroville.
It was Vallejo got hit in the first inning. And so Hernandez will come on here to pitch. Romero has gone to third. So that's a straight swap right there. And they're going to put Whit Joyce on. Don't want Whit to beat him. I'm sure they all feel like he's the best hitter in their lineup. Whit is a senior. Whit Joyce, for the Burbank fans listening that don't know, Whit's committed to UTSA to play baseball next season. He was an early commit. He committed, I don't remember if it was the end of last year or early before the season this year, but he committed before this season
before
even started.
Before the season, yes. He was a top area prospect since his sophomore season.
Yeah, he was a varsity starter his freshman year as a catcher at Medina Valley. And he was normally the 3-hole hitter. Coach Herb has kind of moved the lineup around, put him in that 1 hole, and it kind of sparked this lineup. So now you've got Manny Ramirez to the plate here. The pinch runner tries to steal, and he's going to get caught in a rundown low, and he's tagged out. And that was a play there where he took off extra late. It was a courtesy runner for Joyce. Got a late jump and a great throw by Herrera down. He tried to stop, got in a rundown, and the side's retired on the caught stealing. And so we will go to the bottom of the 12th inning. Still tied at 2 here in Game 2 of this best-of-3 series. You're listening to Panther Baseball, and we'll continue in a moment.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
The biggest sale of the year is back at North Park Chevrolet. Got our lowest posted prices of the year and 1.9% financing on a 2021 Equinox posted at $22,999, a 2021 Bolt EV posted at $28,999, or a 2021 Silverado 4x4 Trail Boss posted at $47,999. Plus, get 1 year of unlimited car washes and 2 years of no-charge maintenance. Experience Chevrolet, the North Parkway. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com. The biggest sale of the year is back at North Park Chevrolet. Got our lowest posted prices of the year and 1.9% financing on a 2021 Equinox posted at $22,999, a 2021 Bolt EV posted at $28,999, or a 2021 Silverado 4x4 Trail Boss posted at $47,999. Plus,
Welcome back to Panther Baseball. We are going to the bottom of the 12th inning. Gutierrez still on the mound. First pitch is ball 1.
As there we go. What happened here?
We lost video here.
And there's a shot up the middle. Second baseman Stevens knocks it down, gets up, throws to first for the out, and there's one away. Here in the bottom of the 12th inning. Good play by Stevens moving to his right. And we got our video back. And so Ivan Hernandez grounds out to second base to start the 12th inning. And this will bring up Lorenzo Hernandez, who lines one into left center field, and that'll drop down for a base hit. First pitch swinging. Hernandez now 2 for 5 in the ball game. He's singled in his last 2 at-bats.
Gutierrez thrown a lot of strikes here as he's come into the game, but unfortunately some of them have been for base hits. But it's better than walking a bunch or the hit by pitches, the issues that we had last night.
Well, and the thing is, too, is if you think about it here, you can scatter some base hits. It's working around them.
And that's what they've done.
You know, the leadoff man's not aboard. There's one out here. This is going to bring up Nathaniel Boone. Boone is 0 for 3, struck out twice and grounded out to third. He's got the winning run is at first base with 1 away. The main thing here is just you work around the single, and that's the thing, they're singles. They're not doubles and extra base hits. Pitch on the way, squares to bunt. Bunts it up the third base line. Ramirez has it, throws to first for the out. The sacrifice is good. It goes 5-3 for the put out. Good play by Ramirez at third, and the winning run's at second now with 2 down. It'll bring up the top of the order, Chris Mendez.
Yeah, and the key here, Jared, is 2 outs.
2 away. Mendez will stand in. This is his 6th plate appearance now in the ball game. He's 1 for 5. He had a single back in the 8th inning. Winning run at second, though. 2 away. A base hit could win them the ball game. Gutierrez brings it. Gets just away from Joyce. Throw down to third. He didn't throw because the umpire moved in his way. But the ball got away from Joyce just enough to allow that runner to get to third now with 2 away.
The throw to third wouldn't have been in time anyway.
No, I don't think it would have been.
Ill-advised throw to try to good thing he didn't try to force it down there.
No, because if you throw it away, the game's over. Yep. So you eat that. Let's get the batter out here and get to the next inning.
Get the force out at first base with 2 outs and get out of the inning.
So you got 1 ball and no strikes here on Mendez. Runner at third base. That's the winning run. With 2 away. Kicks and brings it. Strike. No, he missed.
Oh, wow.
That looked like a pretty good pitch. He didn't get the call. 2-0. As Gutierrez stares in. Kicks and delivers. Strike through there that time, and it's 2-1. Everyone hanging on every pitch here at this ballpark. 2 balls and a strike. We're in the bottom of the 12th, tied at 2. Winning run at third. 2 away. Gutierrez comes set at the belt. Kicks and brings it. Swings and chops one up the middle, a base hit, and that is the ball game. Burbank wins it 3-2 on a walk-off RBI single by Chris Mendez in the bottom of the 12th inning, and there will be a Game 3 tomorrow at 12 o'clock, and I believe it's at Gerald Kemp Field in Castroville, Dwayne.
Well, That's what I understand. I don't know if that's correct or not, but we need to check on that for you.
But they come through in the 12th. It took a lot longer than what we thought it was going to. Had to play some extra innings, but Burbank kept their heads on their shoulders here through a lot of adversity in this ball game, especially at the very end of it there in the 7th inning. And they come away with a victory here, in big credit to Jared Romero, who came in and pitched 3 innings in this ball game, and he pitched well. He started the game last night and pitched 3 innings. He threw a lot of pitches. He gave up a lot of runs because he just wasn't sharp last night. He was sharp tonight, and he mowed down the Panther hitters. Didn't give them a chance in this ball game to get anything going in extra innings. The Panthers, I believe only one time got a runner into scoring position in extra innings. And
the extra innings is what shut us down.
Yeah, and Burbank got runners on base in just about every inning there in extras, and there was a lot of high-stress pitches, and the Panthers end up losing this ball game 3-2. So tomorrow it's up for grabs. Anyone's series here, 1-1.
Let's go ahead and finish up, Jared, so we can pack things up because it's been a long evening. And if we're going to do a player of the game, you've got to go back and give it to Jaden Krieger, who pitched an outstanding game.
Well, Jaden Krieger pitched an outstanding game. There's a lot of players of the game here tonight on both sides. Because if you look at it, Medina Valley, Krieger gave it everything he had. He pitched till his pitch count. He couldn't pitch anymore. Struck out 10 batters. The 2 runs that were allowed were unearned runs because of errors that tied up this ball game. He did give up the hit, but they're unearned because the errors allowed the base runners and it allowed the inning to continue. Burbank thought they had won this game a long time ago, and it got, was not able to do it because of interference call and the players ran on the field, but that's neither here nor there at this point anymore.
I was going to say the same reference.
The good thing is that the players decided this. It was decided cleanly in extra innings, and Burbank came away with the win. They made the plays at the end of the game. Not to say Medina Valley didn't make plays. They made some good defensive plays here to keep going in extra innings, but they came away with the hits when they needed them.
Exactly. They got the base hits when they needed
them. They got the hits when they needed it, and the Panther bats went to sleep in extra innings. And so Burbank comes away with a 3-2 win. They will play Game 3 tomorrow.
We know it's tomorrow. We know it's noon.
Yep.
And I'm about 50% sure it's at Medina Valley.
Yep.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, we'll find that out for sure. But, and if you want to look at other players of the game, you have to look at Jonathan Depew.
Sure.
For them, he matched Krieger pitch for pitch. And then you can look at Jared Romero, who came into the ball game after having a rough night yesterday, came into this ball game and pitched very well for Burbank. And he's a lot of the reason they're moving on to the next game because he shut the Panther bats down.
That's exactly what he did. He shut them down. Couldn't do anything with the pitches. Threw some quality pitches there to finish up this game.
Yep, and, final score here tonight, Burbank 3, Medina Valley 2. Tomorrow's broadcast will be at
I just got
noon.
Confirmation. It is at Medina Valley.
It is at Medina Valley, and it is at noon tomorrow at Gerald Kemp Field. So
come out and support your Panthers.
Yep, and it probably will be a hot one tomorrow. So bring some umbrellas, bring some sunscreen. But, yeah, it'll be a hot one out there. But on air at 11:45, 12 o'clock first pitch. MVBN will be there to bring you that game. So final score here tonight, Burbank 3, Medina Valley 2. Game 3 will be tomorrow. For the Medina Valley Broadcast Network and for Dwayne Garza, I'm Jared Lucky saying good night. God bless, and we will see you next time when Panther Baseball continues.